What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. We reset everything. Only thing I haven't done yet is the emojis for your members. I'll get those here in just a second, guys. But I hope everybody's ready to have some fun here tonight for the WAWA 250. We're gonna have all the USA and the in-car cams and all that good stuff. We're gonna have right here for you guys. So make sure you're hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe, and let's see if we can get to that 100 likes before even the green flag. So let's listen in to Justin Allgaier, the winner last week at Michigan.
Doesn't always win this race, but if you're sitting back in the garage, you're for sure not going to win it. So, the team's always done a great job. Really proud of the Hellman's Camaro that we have, and Sam's come on the car this week. It was faster than I thought it was going to be qualifying. Wasn't quite as fast as Xfinity Internet, but it was definitely better than I thought we were going to be. But typically for us, we worry about speed in the race. Drivability, it's not super hot, but the humidity and the way that this race plays out, you definitely need more handling in the fall than you do in the spring. So, hopefully we made all the right decisions. We were able to win this race last year, so hopefully we can get Hellman's back to victory lane, get Sam's Cup to victory lane, and go have some fun this afternoon.
Dave, Justin rolls off from the 11th position.
Well, the racing is so crazy at Daytona. I'm kind of wondering how double-minded a driver can be, right? You need to protect your 70-point cushion, but you'd like to get that first win, and that solves all the problems,
Sheldon
right?
Creed.
Yeah, I would certainly love to get a win.
Always
Bob
a bridesmaid.
Barker's called it on X today, so maybe today's the day. Believe it or not, I've run second at this race the last 2 years. So, yeah, would love to change that. Definitely don't want to run second here again. But if I did, I probably wouldn't be too mad. That's still a good day, get out of Daytona with a top three, and just need to keep fighting. Proud of everyone at Joe Gibbs Racing, Toyota, friend of Jacqueline. We've been really consistent, which has been fun, but yeah, we all want to win.
Could be a big night, Marty, for Sheldon on NASCAR's biggest stage.
Yeah, DJ, what advice would you give Sheldon Creed?
Keep doing what he's doing. Just a few things, few decision-making processes. They have the team. The driver can get the job done. If you finish second in the playoffs, pretty much every race, then you're going to find yourself racing for a championship. He mentioned he's finished second here the last 2 races, so he has a good chance here tonight. But just keep your head up. Hey, when you're finishing second, 36 others are finishing behind you.
Yeah, it's a good point. Why was the timing of the win at Michigan so important for Justin Allgaier?
They've been doing everything except winning. They were winning stages. They've got twice as many stage wins as anybody else in the Xfinity Series this year, but they couldn't finish these things off. And you can't wait till the playoffs start to change that. So I think that was important more for their psyche and getting that confidence back that they can get this done.
Daytona Beach, Florida, the birthplace of NASCAR. Of course, the races here in Daytona used to be run on the beach. DJ, have you ever driven a passenger car on the beach?
Well, sure I have. Yeah, I had to get to Ned's somehow. He
Everybody hit that like button as you're coming in, y'all.
Bike Week is here every March. Kennedy Space Center just down the street. Plenty of things to do here in Central Florida.
All right. Hope you're ready to have a good time. We're going to be bringing you the live audio and the cameras from NASCAR.com. And let's see here. Let me change this right here. Hope everybody's ready to have some fun. Who do you have winning this race tonight? I have... Who do I have? Who do I pick to win this thing? Who do I pick, Bronny? That's how I forget. Who do I pick to win this thing? Well, it's not qualifying. Who did I pick? Who's flipping today? What's up, Shannon? Good to see you. Dallas, Bronny. I know you'll have an issue pronouncing the driver of the 74, so I'll help to pronounce it's Veins. Okay, gotcha. I can't remember. Who did I pick to win the Xfinity race? I can't remember. But thank you, William Fisher, for subscribing.
Awesome.
Appreciate you. Thanks so much. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button, as we're going to be bringing you some live fun times here tonight. Let me get rid of this qualifying thing here. All right, are we up? We up yet? Not yet.
As we speed through this race season, let's get
Not
real about
yet.
skin health.
All right, it's not up yet. Who was it? I can't remember who I picked to win this thing. Oh, Riley Herbst. Riley Herbst is going to win. Yes, pick Riley Herbst. I picked the 98. Yes, Riley Herbst for the win tonight, y'all. And it should be a fun time. Last week, he thought he was clear. We all heard it live. We watched him crash live. He thought he was clear. spotter said clear, and he went into the wall. So that's what happened with that one. So I'm thinking him and the crew chief have got it together. He was a strong car before that happened. He was running in second place or third, and I think they get it together tonight and they win. Here's my dark horse, Fast Pasta, starting P9.
All the action.
Fast Pasta.
You know how hard it is to win at Daytona? God almighty.
That's right. Austin Hill won here in the spring. Could he win here again? We'll see how that goes. But who do you guys have win? Dislikes going Ryan Sieg for the win. And Damian says, I hope you're right, man. I think so. SVG for the win, his first oval win. That would be something if he wins here at the Daytona International Speedway. But we'll see how that happens. But appreciate everybody being here. We're going to let you listen to pre-race show and then pre-race ceremonies, and then we'll get it going and we'll drop the green flag. And on lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr. here as well. Camouflage Fast Pasta. Card looks awesome. Yes, he does.
He's pretty good at this stuff. So to further bolster that point, look at the last 8 Super Speedway winners. When you do that, it's easy to see who the favorite is tonight. Dave's with Austin Hill.
Well, Austin knows he's locked in, but I know he'd love to win again here at Daytona. I just feel like the team really needs a win right now. Hasn't won since February. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it'd be nice to win. You know, our Bennett and Global Chevrolet today
for Cold Custer tonight.
Xfinity 10G. You know, we just gotta do everything right. You know, we gotta position ourselves up front when it matters most. 5 to go. You got to know where you're at. You don't want to be 5 to go and back in 15th because that's a lot of ground to make up in 5 laps here at Daytona.
2:30.
I think
It's going to start here in about 20 minutes.
We do like we've always done here at Daytona, position ourselves in the right spot. We're going to have as good a chance as anyone. We just got to do all the right things right and minimize mistakes all day. Be there at the end.
Right things right again. They hope to prove it again here tonight, Marty.
So, DJ, if Austin Hill is the favorite, who are some dark horses that might have a legitimate shot?
Fast Pasta, baby.
Well, I don't have enough time to list all of them. I'm going to give you 3. And the first one's going to be, and I know I talk about Ryan Sieg on a weekly basis kind of, but what this driver and team bring to the track every single week is remarkable. I love the way that they go about things, but he always finds himself up in the mix at these these super speedways. My next one is Anthony Alfredo, who finished 3rd at Talladega earlier this year, has shown the speed to get up, be up front, and does a good job of managing these races and putting himself in position. Don't be surprised to see him in the mix here. And the other is Chip.
I see Tom.
Yeah, he has a lot of history here. He runs well at these
Tried
type
to see
tracks.
Tom there.
His dad had won the Daytona 500. His uncle won
I don't know,
the
man.
Coke Zero 400 back in 2000. So he knows how to get the job done. Let's see if any of them can pan out and get to victory lane tonight.
This race is going to be fun,
and
Ryan.
when we come back, time
Keep
for
hitting that
tonight's
like button for
pre-race
us.
ceremonies as we get closer to the green flag from Daytona for the NASCAR Xfinity Series here on USA.
All right, so we're going to be pre-race ceremonies coming up next. Green flag drop here in about 20 minutes or so. We're going to be bringing the live cameras down here as well. We're going to have 3 cameras. We're going to have the aerial cam, battle cam, and also the leader in-car cam. So that's the 3 cams we're going to watch tonight. We'll be flipping back and forth, try to bring the best coverage there is here on YouTube. So I hope you guys have a good time. But do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and let's see what we can do tonight on the subs. Let's see if we can get ourselves to 20,300 on the subs. I'm working on the emoji still, so don't worry about it, y'all. I'm still working here. I'm almost done. I hope you guys had enjoyed the qualifying. If you missed qualifying, Michael McDowell and Todd Gillen on the pole for the Coke Zero Sugar 400 tomorrow night that we'll be bringing to you live as well. Let's see, the dinger, we'll do the 16. And then let's see here. Over 100 likes. Let's see if we get to 200 likes. Alfredo for the win, Lloyd says. Almost to 100 likes. We're 97. Help us get there, y'all. Sheldon Creed. I like these Fridays. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Too much going on with work, plus the preview vlog, plus qualifying, plus it's a Saturday on a Friday. I believe this is Todd Gillen's best starting position in his Cup career, if I'm correct. I think so too, Taj, and he's my dark horse to win it all tomorrow. He is my dark horse to win it all. If someone wins for the first time here in these next two races or this race here, it is going to shake up the playoffs like you never seen it before. Uh, People are going to be scrambling for that last spot. 5, 6 cars scrambling for the last spot. So almost done here. Be ready, y'all. Do Xfinity playoffs run the same as Cup playoffs? Yes, they do. It's different, like trucks. Fast pasta sauce gonna get the W, Lloyd says. Awesome. Hit that like for us.
Junior Motorsports plan look like tonight, because they have two cars that need a win to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it would be Brandon Jones and Sammy Smith coming to the line side by side with their two teammates pushing them. Now, the thing that you have to realize is those guys aren't going to pull over and let you there. So you have to find out how you can position yourself to get that help within your team that you have and know exactly when to position yourself there.
So conversely, how does something like that hurt Parker Kligerman, who has no teammates in the race? And there you see it, just plus 16 above the cut line.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what Parker's been doing since qualifying was over, but he should have been going around making some friends here, talking to people about he has a really good car and he's ready to go to the front tonight.
But to the point of teammates working together, sometimes you can't stick with that plan too much because it just does not work out. Time for tonight's pre-race ceremonies from Daytona.
At this time, please rise as you are able. Gentlemen, remove your hats, and veterans, render a hand salute as the Olympic Heights High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome the Dean of Students with Riverbend Academy, Christopher Johnson.
Let us pray. Our Father, creator and sustainer of all things, thank you for the chance to gather this evening. We praise you for the gift of technology and are thankful for the hard work that each of the teams have exerted to produce these incredible race cars. We pray for safety for the drivers and their teams. We thank you for the chance for the fans to come out and enjoy community together. We pray for our local, state, and national leaders and for the work of our military around the world. And finally, we give thanks for the gift of salvation through the Lord Jesus Christ. We bless you, Father, in Jesus' name, amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome top 6 finalists on NBC's The Voice and award-winning Nashville singer-songwriter, Jordan Raynor.
USA's in the chat, y'all. You know what to do.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Green flag for the NASCAR Xfinity Series is just around the corner. We'll get the engines fired here at the birthplace of NASCAR next.
As we speed through this race season, let's get real about skin health. Our sponsor, Regeneron, is raising awareness about advanced non-melanoma skin cancer and encouraging people to protect their skin health.
Sorry about that. So the cameras are still not working yet, so we'll bring them on here in just a second. But right now, they are not on. So, what's going on here with this? What's going on with you? The WAWA 250. Long time no see. So what's up, man? Who you pulling for tonight? I'm going Riley Herbst, and I'm going Fast Pasta for the dark horse. So Riley Herbst and then Fast Pasta. Sela, who is your pick tonight? Got that. And I got Fast Pasta. What's up, Eric? Thank you for that. Letting me know. I muted it during the national anthem. So ready to have some fun. Thanks for all the USAs in the chat as well, guys. We appreciate you. Keep on hitting that subscribe. We'll see if we can get to 20,300 tonight. That's our goal, 20,300. What famous line did Cole Trickle give us? He said, "I'm dropping the hammer, Harry." Man, what's going on with these cams? Anybody's cams up? I'm going to NASCAR time on my phone here. And the emojis are working as well, guys. So you guys can play those emojis now. For members. Nope, no cams yet. Nope, no cams. So I don't know what's going on with that. Yep, no cams yet. We'll be bringing them on. We'll be able to watch the cams here on NASCAR.com. Anybody can watch them as well at home. The only thing you cannot do is listen to the scanners. So let me do that too right now. Let me turn this off real quick and log in here so I don't have to worry about it. 1 second. Log in. Greatest peeps in the world live in America. The music there. What's going on here? All right. Yep, no cameras yet. Let me know when the cameras come on, guys. Let me log into all my for the 3 tabs here. Keep hitting that like button as you're coming in. Mine not working either. Yeah. It lets me log in one place. Okay. There it is. Now it's on. We are on now. We on now. And those silly numbers are right here. Okay. Our cameras.
His first ever Daytona win. We're about to find out, Kim.
Well, Marty, one driver who's excited to be back super speedway racing is Jesse Love. The rookie driver scored his first career win at Talladega earlier this year, and in the season opener at Daytona, he started from the pole and led 34 laps, the most in the field. I asked him what the drafting races earlier this year have taught him, and he told me, "I know how to win these races. It's as simple as that. Situationally, I know what I need to do and when to do it." Dave, he trusts himself to make the moves that need to be made to end up in victory lane at Daytona.
Kim, A.J. Allmendinger is 9th out of 12 in the playoff chase right now. 102 to the good, highest without a win. But consider what a Daytona win would mean. Absolutely guarantee his playoff spot, great. Give him 18 wins in his career, yes. But it adds his name to the list of Daytona winners. You want to win anywhere, but Marty, you know in NASCAR, Daytona says it all.
Yes, it does, Dave. Speaking of
aerial
A.J.
cam's not working
DJ,
yet.
why has colleague racing not been as dominant as they used to be on the super speedways?
A couple of things, Marty. I think their expansion into the Cup Series, that kind of spread them a little bit thin. The other thing, when you're on top, you're the one that's hesitant to make any changes. Everybody else is making changes to catch up.
Could the winner come from below the cut line tonight? Time to find out. Let's get the engines fired here in Daytona.
Daytona, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Please welcome WAWA Director of Store Operations, Karen Myers, Kevin McGrath, and Wally Goose.
Race fans, are you ready?
5 races left in the regular season, and a lot of drivers feel like tonight is their night to lock up a playoff spot. Green flag for the Xfinity Series is next.
All right, y'all. Hope you're ready to have some fun. We're going to have a good time here tonight on the Go at CeeLo. Appreciate you being here. We're going to watch Jesse Love's car here. Jesse Love is starting in P5. Let's go through the field real quick. Chandler Smith in P1 on the pole today. Austin Hill, who won here last year, or the spring race. Sorry about that. He is in P2. AJ Allmendinger, the Dinger, on P3. Joel Graff is in that 19 in P4. Jesse Love in P5. P6, Ryan Truex. Sheldon Creed, 7th. Riley Herbst, 8th. 9th, Fast Pasta, Anthony Alfredo. Josh Williams in P10. P11, Justin Allgaier. P12, Parker Klingerman. Jeremy Clements in 13th. 14th, Cole Custer. Parker Kretzlaff in 15th. Brandon Jones, 16th. Cesar Barcella in 17th. 18th, Kyle Weatherman. SVG, y'all, in 19th. Leland Honeyman in 20th. 21st, Jeb Burton. And there's an Earnhardt in the field driving a Toyota. Yes, Jeffrey Earnhardt in 22. Patrick Ermling in 23rd. Sammy Smith. I see you, Sammy Smith. You need to make up some run here. You too's Ryan Sieg. Jordan Anderson in 25th. Ryan Sieg 26th. Gus Dean in 27th. Matt Benedetto in 28th. Blaine Perkins 29th. CJ McLaughlin 30th. 31st, Brandon Poole 32nd. I am not pronouncing that guy's name. 33rd, Josh Balicki in that WAWA 92. 34th, Kyle Sieg. 35th, Joey Gase. 36th, Ryan Ellis. 37th, Tim Baines. And 38th, Sam Mayer. I see you, Sam Mayer. You're going to come from the back of the pack. So let's see. You got your predictions in. How many cautions tonight? How many cautions tonight? So there's no aerial cam. At least there's a battle cam. So no aero cam yet. They haven't figured that out yet, but let me know when that gets up, guys, and we'll have that for you too as well. I'll be sponsored by Sitting on Pit Wall Brand Ice Cream. That's right. 9 cautions for Rick. What's up, Rick? Good to see you, buddy. Kimberly has 5. Henrique, 8 cautions. Gus Dean, the bulldozer. Donna says, lucky 13 on the cautions tonight. Love's going to take it. Jesse Love. That's a good pick right there. Come on, Sheldon, the bride, not the bridesmaid. That's right. Kristen Rod says cautions a few. Martin says good day, CeeLo. What's going on? 97 Cobra. Chris Sale 123 inning. Nice. Keep me updated on the. Oh, we gotta do that. Let's do that here. If you guys like baseball and all that stuff, we're gonna bring on the browser right here. If I can find it. Let's see. 7 yellows for Desert Fox. Eric Church. He's got how many? 11? A second to Sheldon Creed. You're welcome, Richard. Good to see you here, buddy. Lloyd, I love my dark horse. 8 cautions for Tim.
Let's see where everyone is starting tonight's race. I want to take a closer look at this first page. And starting 9th is Anthony Alfredo, the 25-year-old out of Ridgefield, Connecticut. Is really great at this style of racing. Currently, he's 15th in the point standings, but last week he finished 4th driving this style of racing, and 3rd at Talladega earlier this year.
Yeah, starting back at 15th, Parker Retzlaff. He has never finished worse than 7th at this racetrack. Starting 15th, has some ground to make up in the points. There's no way he's going to make the playoffs unless he can win. He can make it happen here tonight.
Well, you mentioned the 31. Let's talk about the owner of the 31. He's owner-driver tonight. That's Jordan Anderson behind the wheel, the 32. Only the 4th start this year. Ran 4th back here in the spring. He's here to try to help his 2 team cars get pushed into the playoffs.
Yeah, and here's something you don't normally see. Sam Mayer starting last. Had a problem in qualifying. Very slow on track. Had to do some work.
Oh, you're welcome, Mark.
Now he's got a lot of cars.
We have fun here.
And we're also hearing there's a radio issue on the 21.
Oh, darn, Austin Hill.
So you see one of the crew members leaning in there.
Yeah, and of all tracks that you want to have clear communication.
You go forwards,
Speedway
Bubba.
racing here at Daytona. Austin Hill.
Justin
so
G,
good,
what's up?
But his interaction with the spotter so important. Derek Nealand up on the roof does a nice job directing Austin where the runs are coming, painting that picture.
Something to do with the push button.
They're
Awesome,
working on
Christy.
the steering wheel right now, so.
Yeah, so that push to talk is on the steering wheel, so Sounds like maybe he could hear but can't talk.
And this is something teams prepare for. They always have a box near the car with kind of emergency
Keep hitting that
parts in there.
subscribe. Keep hitting that like button for us, y'all.
These things are radio
we get over
issues.
1,000 folks in here before the green flag.
And he does get his spot back. So this is something that they have to fix before he rolls off pit road. But then
You
he'll
get to
be able
200
to start on
likes
the front
before
row
the
still.
green flag. Yeah, what's the
Rolling around,
radar
we
look
hope he
like?
doesn't have radio issues, but Chandler Smith has agreed to chat with us. If you can dial him up, Jeff.
Yeah, let's check him out. Hey, Chandler, this guy's up in the booth. You with us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, buddy. Clearly a fast race car sitting on the pole. What is it going to take to win this race?
Yeah, I think just honestly being around at the end is going to be the biggest thing. Just trying to keep control of the race, stay up front, but be methodical with what pushes we give and what runs we take is going to be big tonight. So just trying to stay up front, stay away from the hornet's nest, which sometimes that comes to the front as we've seen in years past. So just be mindful of my surroundings.
I think we're good, y'all.
Number 81 Quick Type Prox GR Super up front.
4 Toyotas in the top 7. You guys going to try to work together?
Man, I'd hope so. We definitely don't have power in numbers, but we do when you look at the how many we
Too
got
many
together
people
right
there.
now up front, so that's always good.
Stage
buddy,
2,
have fun.
okay.
Good luck.
So thank you guys.
And so again, Chandler Smith chatting with him. And you see Allmendinger right behind
Thank you,
him.
Gort Racing. Thank
Dave,
you
how
so
about
much.
Shane Van Gisbergen and his opportunities here at Daytona.
Well, Rick, you
Awesome,
know this.
Christy,
There's
I saw
nothing
you.
like Daytona Talladega drafting in the supercars.
I don't
where
have those
SVJ
guys, I
is a
don't
three-time
think.
champion. But for NASCAR,
I wish
this
I did.
pack racing discipline, it's extremely
Hit that like,
important.
that's right,
Now,
Menace,
he's already
thank you.
qualified for the playoffs, but in 6
What's up,
weeks
David?
comes Talladega. That is a race that he must do well in and try to advance on to the next round. So tonight, it's about practice and confidence to successfully make the high-risk moves you've got to make to do it here.
No aerial cam.
Parker Kligerman and his team left Michigan 36 points above the playoff elimination line until a penalty docked them 20 driver and owner points. That penalty decreases the gap to just 16 points. I asked the team, what does that mean going forward for them? And while they admitted they are definitely not comfortable with their points position, it doesn't change their plans for Daytona or the next 4 races. Which
Yeah,
is to
just get the
win
Discord.
both
We have a
stages
Discord too
and
if you
the
want to drop
race.
that link
Crew Chief
for us.
Patrick Donahue said
Thank
you
you,
need 2
Rick.
things at Daytona: a fast car and track position. They think they have a fast car. They just need to do everything they can tonight to get that all-important track position.
So important as we look at just 5 races remaining in the regular season before the playoffs get underway. And those point standings. So Parker Kligerman, as we just heard, was 36 points above that line. Now only 16. Every position, every point counts.
It's been a big week with penalties. Denny Hamlin in the Cup Series, Parker Kligerman in Xfinity. It's real simple. They mess with the spoiler. You're not allowed to touch it. The edge has kind of been rounded off. So NASCAR, that's what they found on the 48.
51
Let's
Dark
listen
Horse, Ricky.
into
Thank you.
The radio of Riley Herbst and that team as we get ready for the green.
Well, you know the plan all night long. Let's keep the nose clean. We'll be there at the end. Yes, sir. Thank you. Joey, I got your back. Let me know what you want me to do, and I'll do it. 2-4.
It's
Riley
Riley
Herbst, my
talking
pick to win it
Joe
all, y'all.
Campbell, his spotter up on the roof. I talked to Riley down in the garage area. Remember last week at Michigan? Just a mistake, right? Was passing a car on the backstretch, moved up without being clear. It's a little bit more complicated than that because
Here comes
the car he was
Austin Hill.
kind of got to push and got to run. But either way, not clear, made the move. The spotter called for clear. I asked Riley, did you guys talk about this week? He said, we did. As a driver, he goes, I have to do a better job of being more confident that I was going to be completely clear before I moved up. But he also had a conversation with the spotter. I told Riley I was impressed with his interview after the race because he said, you know, I wasn't clear. I made the mistake. He kept saying, I, never.
So that rain right there you
never my
see
spotter.
is
He
going,
took full
it's
blame
over there
for
by
the
Orlando.
Well, tonight is a night you need full confidence because there are decisions that you're going to have to make in a millisecond. And you're going to have to trust that spotter, or you're going to have to constantly be looking in your mirrors because when that hole starts closing up and you don't feel it, it may be too late to play defense. So after that event last week, Steve, that conversation between the two, building that confidence back is very important.
Everyone coming down pit road checking their speed, and while they're doing that, we saw the 21 almost catch up to the front. Dave, did they get everything fixed?
Yeah, the team was scrambling around the 21. It was indeed the push-to-talk button on the steering wheel. The good news is that Austin Hill could hear his team talking to him the entire time. Now they can get his feedback as well. Two-way communication, very important here tonight, Kim.
Well, Justin Allgaier and his team are coming into this race with a lot of momentum after their win last weekend at Michigan. It's something the team felt like they needed as they get closer to the playoffs. They've done so much this season in terms of winning stages, leading laps, but they just have that single win at Darlington before last week's win. And so they're hoping that momentum continues, and tonight he can defend the win from last year. But you'll see on the in-car camera a stripe of tape on top of Justin's helmet that says Happy 101st ET. That ET is for Evelyn Brandt Thomas. She is one of the co-founders of Brandt. Tomorrow she turns 101. This was a surprise from her. Justin's idea to put that tape on his helmet to celebrate her and her turning 101 tomorrow. And guys, what a bigger celebration than if Justin's able to get to victory lane tonight.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good for Evelyn to have that kind of a birthday present. And we're waiting to see if the 21 catches up, by the way. It's at the back of the pack, and it's supposed to be on the front row. The lights are off on the pace car, meaning they're ready to start the race when they come around. So did NASCAR tell him he couldn't make these passes, or he may have chose to start back here, which I guess the guy who's won 3 consecutive
Here we go,
here
green flag.
in the
Biggity,
spring.
biggity, biggity. Let's go racing, boys. Maybe if I started 15th in the middle of the pack, but from the front row starting position, if I was the 21, I would drive it up to the front.
Oh, NASCAR's telling us that they made an unapproved adjustment on pit road, so that's why he's going to be in the back.
Awesome.
Well, now that front row still, of course, has Chandler Smith up front, but it was Joe Graff Jr. in the 19 who slid up on that outside line, and so that's the 2 cars that make up row number 1. Chandler Smith, Joe Graff Jr. Green flags out at Daytona.
Well, we'll have to follow up on that 21 starting to the back. Can be no big deal, Rick, or can be a huge deal if you have an accident early.
Joe Gibbs Racing has to feel pretty good about the Toyotas and everyone starting toward the front here at Daytona. As they race 2 by 2. Dave, an update on that 21?
Yeah, Rick, the team just informed me, and that was a scramble right there, that they were actually going to the back anyway after qualifying.
The 51
there's a big crash
was around. Also, the 21 caught up in it. Austin Hill. After starting in the back now, he was involved in this incident. We saw the 51. Clements was sideways. There were about 4 or 5 cars that had contact here.
Rick, they had to change a steering pump and a steering box. That's what sent him to the back at the beginning of this race, and what a disaster.
Ryan Ellis also involved. Take a look. Lawless Allen in the 15. The 28 was slow, and everyone checked up from behind Kyle Sieg.
Yeah, Gustine's in the 15 car.
The 51 gets stacked up, gets pushed to the apron, and at that point, the whole bottom line stacks up. But the wreck is really the 51, right? The 26 pushes the 51 down on the bottom. You're going to see him right here. Gets down on the apron, and now everybody starts to check up, and that's kind of a chain reaction. The wreck behind is a reaction to the 51 wrecking.
Oh, thank you. I was sorry I was muted.
51 sideways, and that quick. It gets bottled up here at Daytona.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's so disappointing. On lap
It wasn't me. I didn't do it.
Aggressiveness, it just isn't necessary. On lap 1 to be pushing that hard into turn 3. It's a long race. And
Mayer
this race
almost
has a
got
history
taken
of
out.
A lot of cautions. So you have to go into the race understanding that.
My goodness. They just talked about Austin Hill being in the back.
It was surprising because Jeremy Clements in that 51 looked like he went down on the yellow line, and then when he was self-correcting, just lost control of this car.
My goodness.
Oh, look at this damage. Ryan Ellis. So disappointing.
Ugh.
We talk about track position, how important it is. So look at this big shot. So the 51 car, he's right behind Allgaier.
Exactly. Stage 1.
Of Earnhardt's pushing him. Now the 51 is in the back of the 7, and now he's just out of control. So it all started because, in my eyes,
15.
Jeffrey Earnhardt does not know that Jeremy Clemens is up against the rear bumper of Allgaier, and he's trying to push him and ends up just pushing him into this wreck.
In the 35, Akinori Ogata came in at a much higher pace than everyone else. Same thing, obviously not understanding that they were stacking up. He gets to the back of the 15, Gus Dean, and then goes up and catches the 21.
16 looks like he's okay.
It looks so much easier in slow motion, right? When you watch it in real speed, it just happens truly in a blink of an eye. One car gets on the apron, we see some sparks, and next thing you know, they're stacked up.
And we have to remind you, I mean, the rules are you can't lock bumpers. So bump drafting here is more just bumping a car and not locking up with another car.
Yeah,
so
bumping,
that's another
banging.
Yeah.
He's in the 26,
who
though.
was probably right on the 7, was probably trying to get off.
RCR payback, 1 of 100.
And I'll add one more. You know, that's going into turn 3 at the first time. They're really not even full speed yet. I mean, they're close. They're not to the speed they'll see through there the next lap.
The first Xfinity race.
Somewhere Haley Deegan's smiling.
Harry Gant asked me, he said, what are you going to do today? What's your strategy? I said, I'm going to go to the front. He said,
Richard Childers continues to make bad decisions.
I wrecked over there in turn 3, and he motored by me under caution the next lap, and I could hear him. I could almost hear him laughing at me. You know what I mean? Like, buddy, it's lap 1. Take your time.
Well, it was lap 1 here.
All right, so let's see if we can listen in to Jesse Love. Oh, I don't have it logged in. Oh, well. All right, let's listen to MRN Radio.
You crave power.
Nope, they're not on either. Not. So hope you guys are having a good time. My name is CeeLo. If you're just joining us, make sure you're hitting that like button for us. We're at over 200 likes. Thank you guys for getting us there. You guys are amazing. Hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 21,000 subscribers. We're at 20,281. Awesome. Thank you guys. And also, we do all of NASCAR all the time on the weekends. We just finished a NASCAR qualifying stream, so make sure you go check that out if you have not seen that yet. And then we'll be back tomorrow for NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series practice and qualifying, and we'll be back for the NASCAR Coke Zero 400 Sugar 400 from Daytona tomorrow night. So make sure you're right here, subscribe, hit those notification bells, and have fun in the chat. Our chat is the best in the biz. And we forgot to do lap 3. Let's do it. Every third lap. Oh, we did it again on the caution on the third lap. We honor you, Dale Sr. Let me see those 3s in the chat. 3s in the chat. 3s in the chat as we honor you, Dale Sr. right here on the Go at CeeLo. 3s in the chat as we honor Dale Sr. on lap 3. Every third lap here on the Go at CeeLo, we honor Dale Sr. There's Austin Hill. 3s. Let me see those. Fill this chat with 3s, y'all. Fill it up. Raise hell praise. That's right. That's right, Steve. Hit those 3s. Fill it. So let's honor Dale Sr. Honoring the 3, as we always do. 3s. 3s, 3s, 3s. Thank you guys for all the love tonight. Appreciate you. Lap 3. Have big Earnhardt Daytona poster in my garage. Nice, Virginia. 3s, y'all. And there's Austin Hill's damage. It's going to be a long night for Austin Hill. Started bad, going to end bad. And he's going to ride in the back. I think Deegan's going to open wheel. Did some open wheel testing recently on her YouTube channel. There you go. So we're going to stay with the battle cam. We might restart with Jesse Love here in P5. So we'll restart with Jesse Love in P5. Unless, do we have a Ryan Truex? No. Okay. Ryan Truex? No, we don't. Okay, so we're going to restart here with Jesse Love.
And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Marty.
Hope so, Taj.
Well, Rick, we said it would be an unpredictable race. Doesn't get much more unpredictable than that. Ryan Ellis, any idea what happened in front of you?
No, I'm sure it looked pretty stupid from any perspective. Felt pretty stupid from my perspective, but yeah, somebody, I think 51, got cut, like a left rear cut or something going into turn 3, and I tried to guess which way it was going to go, and didn't feel like the car slowed down one bit from when I got to the brakes to when I hit him. So I'm sure it looked pretty dumb, felt pretty dumb. Just hate to crash in half the field, or not half the field, with 3 or 4 cars first lap. Feels really, really dumb, and our small team right out
Thank you,
Racing
97
have a
Cobra.
lot of cars and have a
You
lot
don't
of
have to
people,
do
so I
each
feel
at
really
bat,
bad for them,
buddy.
and
It's all right.
the Classic Collision as well.
Are you surprised to see aggressive racing on that level, though, that early in the race?
Give me
Ryan?
highlights.
No,
That's all you need to
it's
tell
the
me.
Xfinity Series. You know, everybody's going for it, trying to make the playoffs. And, I mean, we have no excuse to be in that crash like that. Definitely trying to ride. And, yeah, this feels really stupid right now.
Just glad to see
Taj,
that Ryan's okay. But
Taj, we don't
Jeff, he
do
makes a great
politics,
point.
buddy.
Smaller team like this, when you damage a car that early in the race, or really any time in a race, that's a lot of expense going to a small race team.
Yeah, not only is it expense, Marty.
You're welcome,
You know, race teams build off of every single race. What did we learn? How can we get better? What tweaks can we make to this car? In this case, they just had to rebuild one. So they didn't learn anything. The only thing they got was qualifying. That's the only thing they got. And that in itself is a major detriment, because you come back, you know, you go to Talladega soon. You come back here next year. You just do not have any notes whatsoever to run off of.
Looking at the track crew trying to clean up the fluids that were put down coming off turn 4 and onto pit road. You're right along with Justin Allgaier. You can race to pick up Hellman's mayonnaise at Sam's Club and skip the line with Scan and Go Checkout. It's located in the Sam's Club app. Cleanup continues. It will be quick. We'll have a restart from Daytona International.
What a mess. First wreck. What position is SVG? Let's do it. Anytime you guys need to know where your driver is, just let me know. I can scroll up and let you know. SVG in 22nd spot. Of course, there's your guys that were involved in the wrecks. That guy in 38, I won't have to worry about saying his name all night. That's impossible. There's Jeffrey Earnhardt, P15. But appreciate everybody being here. Just one more time. I just want to let you know one more time. We don't do politics in here. I understand it's that time of year, but we don't bring the real world stuff into here. We're here to watch some racing and have a good time. Taj, it's all right, buddy. But just FYI, no more politics in here. Respect my decision there on that. But thank you guys so much. That's it for that. Let's get back to some racing. Hope you have a good time here. We're ready to have some fun. John, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you being here. We're here for some racing. That's right. So, if you do politics, you will be deleted. That's just how it is. All right. Hopefully the aerial cam comes back. No aerial cam. What's going on? No aerial cam. And I think Austin Hill's done. Austin Hill is done, folks.
You're awesome.
Or is that the 15 or is that the 21? That's the 15. Never mind. That's the 15. Thank you, Chai Mar 52. That's the 15. So Gus Dean, or whatever the heck his name is gone. He is done. That's the 15. Yeah. I'd say he had to go to the back of the pack. They wouldn't let him. He chose to start from the back of the pack is what I heard. Or NASCAR didn't allow him to go back to his position. So I'm not sure which one it was. But Drew, what's up? Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. Chandler Smith is really in second because Dale Sr. is leading the race. That's right. Joe Graff Jr. in that 19, in that Reagan car. Should be interesting. No safe place on this track, that's for sure. Unapproved adjustment and had to start in the rear. Okay, thank you, Bronny. So there it is. He had an unapproved adjustment and had to start in the rear. So right along here with Jesse Love. There's not too many cars tonight to watch. There's Jesse Love, Justin Allgaier, Sheldon Creed, and Jeb Burton tonight to watch on the in-car cameras. Tomorrow we'll have a lot more, but are we going to see a flip? I don't know. We'll see. It was when they were fixing his radio, so I guess they put a new radio in, so I guess that's what it counts. Thank you, Justin, for subscribing.
You're
Appreciate
awesome.
that. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love tonight. They were fixing his push to talk button. Yep. NASCAR laying the hammer down on the rules here. Didn't expect there to be a wreck on lap 1. I expected it. Well, maybe not. Come on, there. Battle cam. Show something else. And there goes the 15. Everybody wave bye to the 15. See you, 15. It was great. It was a good day. You lasted elite. Dean, you lasted 1 lap. Thank you. See you, Dean. I think Haley is racing in different types of racing series now. I did see on her videos about it. Okay. Well, good for her. Good for her, Deegan. Bye-bye, 15.
Caution. He's running around. You see the damage to the front of the car, and they had already taped up a lot of the front of the car, and then the engine blows up. Steve, you were mentioning pretty convenient to have
the 15's night because you said it's the first race and it's got to be super disappointing. But I said during commercial, I'd never seen oil put on top of oil dry. I've seen the oil dry put down to absorb it, but unfortunately for the 15, and we don't know if it's the engine or the way the smoke is coming out with that damage. Could have maybe broken the radiator oil cooler, but either way, it's going to be the
21 said we were fine in the back, and then he made it 1 lap.
That 21 doesn't look good, but is it damaged, and how much is it damaged? And I'm not sure we have any idea. I'm not sure they know until we go back full speed racing here.
Patrick Emmerling in the 07.
That was a pretty chaotic 3/4 lap. Yeah. I mean, so between the 21
Sammy
starting in the
Smith
back and the wreck, and now we have the 8.
You're welcome,
road, Marty.
The Red Fanatic.
Yeah, Sammy Smith, one of the cut line drivers, said he felt a vibration after all that went on on the racetrack. So they're going to come down, just play it safe here, and take 4 fresh Goodyear tires, Kim.
And for Ryan Sieg, he's on pit road. They will put fresh tires. This was mainly, though, because he was on the splitter, so they had to make some chassis adjustments to get his ride right on that machine. You see the fuel going in, Dave, and some more adjustments to the chassis.
Kim, let's provide Steve and all the viewers a little information on that 21. Here's some radio.
Can you tell us the vibrations in the front or the back or where?
The whole car's vibrating, but the right rear has to be where it's coming from.
If we, hey, I think it's the right rear, so if we got to put another right rear on and clear.
You're welcome.
So back on the track, you could hear in his voice,
Thank you,
big
Cameron.
vibration. They only had 23 seconds left on the damaged vehicle policy clock, and so that wasn't enough time to come down and do anything else. Steve, the minimum speed that he was told he had to achieve was a 56-second lap. If he doesn't do that, the clock doesn't reset, he loses the draft. It's pretty much all over.
That's a great update,
Ryan
Dave.
Truex
That's
wants
exactly
to go fast.
Right. So 56 seconds is not an issue for a car without heavy damage.
Yep,
Obviously,
he had to change the
21
steering
has
box.
damage. But if he can keep up with the draft,
And the radios,
one
too.
lap below 56 seconds. and
Roger,
it's like
I'm going
washing your hands.
Denny
You've
Hamlin
never been on the
or
clock.
Todd Gilliland.
You're free and clear. You can come down here. You go to the garage. Repair
Clock
it.
shuts off.
You can do whatever you'd like to do. So this restart and subsequent lap or 2 after that, very important for the 21 because with that little bit of time left, he can't even go down pit road
For sure,
to continue
Steve.
basic repairs.
As long as it drives okay, he should be able to meet that minimum speed, you know, because the draft...
Like in raw speed, you mean?
Yeah, because the draft in front of him is going to be side by side. That's going to be create a bigger wake. As long as he can stay wide open in the gas, he should be able to meet it.
And Austin Hill, so many things riding on this. He's currently 3rd in the regular season standings. That's big because that is worth 8 playoff points if he can continue on. Again, there are still 4 races after this before the playoffs get underway. But another thing that Austin Hill has going
Sam Mayer with some
is
damage.
that he has led in the previous 14 drafting track races. That's tied for the record. 14 times he has been up front in this style of racing, and now he's currently scored a lap down. Marty.
Rick, before they took the green, we talked to you about Sam Mayer and his problems in qualifying, having to start all the way at the very back of the field after a shifting issue during his qualifying lap, and they paid the penalty. He had to go all the way down to the apron. A little bit of splitter damage on the one car. Marty Lindley said they got most of that fixed up, but taking the opportunity here to top off here. Very early to do that, Steve, but why not? You were already at the back of the field.
Yeah, it's just free fuel you can put in your car. It's just messy, Rick. It's a messy start to the race. You know, we don't really see practice. We see 1 lap of qualifying. We don't really get to see any drafting. And now with that accident in turn 3,
19th for SVG.
Here we are 9 laps into the race. I'm not sure I'm any more educated on who has good cars or bad cars. What we do know is my eyes are going to be on the 21. He is a lap down, but the #1 goal for that 21 is to find minimum speed and try to continue their effort.
I want to let you know the 35 of Akinori Ogata was checked and released from the infield care center, also involved in this one.
And we've seen a lot of races won
Kyle
here
Busch
with
tomorrow?
cars that
We'll
are
see.
damaged. And so...
All right, let's do it.
That won't be the last caution we see tonight.
Let's go racing, boys!
Even Austin Hill, if he could get back in the lead lap and you get a chaotic race.
Well, right now he's the only car that's running on the racetrack that's scored a lap down. So if a caution does come out, he would be the free pass recipient. So
let's see if we can run a lap, Rick.
That's the goal.
Let's see if we can run a lap.
The concern for the 21 is if we don't run a lap, like he still has to meet that minimum speed, so we need to see a couple green flag laps here.
Feels like we're going to try it again. Chandler Smith and Joe Graff Jr. bring him back to the green.
Let's go. Come on. Down the back stretch they go.
Pretty organized so far.
We're watching Jesse Love in that P5, P6 now.
This is where we saw the issue to start the race. Joe Graff Jr. way out in front. Now he's dictating which line's going to move.
You just worked to figure out who Fast Pasta is? Awesome. Come on, Fast Pasta. P10.
Stays in front of that outer line, and here comes Chandler Smith, then going through the speedy dry. That's what you're seeing.
So Chandler Smith right now, he's spending a lot of time looking in the rearview mirror, trying to figure out which lane he has to block.
P10.
See the damage on the 21 car.
He's actually losing the pack a little bit.
That's not good.
No, he's going to have one shot at this right here, Rick, because as he gets further back, he's just going to get slower and slower. And it looks to me as
Chandler Smith out front here.
Could be a very
Made a lap.
short night for Austin Hill.
That's opportunity. We talk about this race being an opportunity for the
Look
playoffs.
Oh, go Jesse Love right here.
Drivers. Well, Austin Hill
Going high.
also has to be a huge opportunity for the rest of the Xfinity Series regulars. He's just so dominant at this style of racing. Although you see his teammate Jesse Love says, "What do you mean, Austin Hill? I want Talladega."
Yeah, 3 wide.
Now who's going to go with him?
Woo!
Creed is standing back here going, okay, I think I need to stay with my teammate.
He decided to go to the bottom of the racetrack.
Go high, Creed.
In the middle now. Who is going to go with Jesse Love? Is he going to go all the way to the back of this pack with that move?
Oh, man. No one wanted to go with him.
Behind
His partner's not doing good. He's out there by himself.
But 2 cars definitely are not going to work as well as this pack.
Yes, that was a move that he made, and just no one was committed to go with him.
Riley Herbst tries to go up the racetrack. He wanted to take the lead away, but the block put on. Allmendinger out in front of this field.
Go to 7 now.
A.J. Allmendinger in the 16.
It wasn't pretty. Mission accomplished. 21 of Austin Hill met minimum speed. His night will continue.
Keep on hitting that.
It wasn't
no,
pretty.
Eric Crim's not
Now
working.
comes Riley Herbst on the outside.
It's not
He's
on.
going to try to take the lead away.
Riley Herbst, baby. Look at Brandon Jones.
Jeff, we're going to talk a lot about fuel in the Cup race, but not in Xfinity. This race is
Let
short
me get
enough
this,
they can run
this
every
commercial
stage
over
of
on
a
this
tank of
car
gas.
here.
So it's going to be speedway racing like this. Brandon Jones up the middle in the 9.
A.J. Allmendinger, the dinger.
Dave,
We
how
see
about
those
21?
16s.
As he comes to pit road, Rick, listen to this radio.
This vibrates so bad I can't even breathe. And I don't know what the is going on.
They said you met minimum speed, but bring it to us with all that information. He's going to the garage.
So now they go back, try to make repairs, because remember, you normally see large accidents. He could pass those cars. This is all for regular season points.
Keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that subscribe.
Call it car, Jay Allmendinger.
Trying to get to 400 likes.
Car in the middle. He helped Brandon Jones.
288 on the
yellow
likes. Let's
car
go to 400. You got
get to that position.
1,400
Brandon
folks
down
in
a
here.
hole
Hit
on
the like
bottom,
button
went
for
to
us.
it. 27 started going back at Jeff Burton. Now the 39 of Sieg is pushing him.
Riding along with the wheeling on board of Jesse Love. And this is how chaotic it gets. He gets right up to the back bumper
There's
of Cole Custer,
Allgaier.
but
Allgaier running along with Allgaier now.
Lane
He
is
is in
opportunity in
P11.
these cars. If you can get enough people to go with you, you can make gain there.
3 wide now around Daytona.
3 wide for, what, the top 20 positions? Unreal.
Look at Brandon Jones. He jumped on the outside.
What's up, Viper Man? Viper. What's up, dude?
Josh Williams still trying it.
Well, Steve, the top 21 were separated by less than a second.
And it's going to be like that all night long. And the problem with 3 wide is this is what we talk about. Track
Gotta love
position
some
does matter. Where are you
night
gonna go?
racing
Even
at
if you're the best
Daytona.
car in the field. This is gridlock traffic. I mean, look at all of these onboards. Everywhere you look, there are cars. Every lane plugged.
And Jeff, how much right now is A.J. Allmendinger or Chandler Smith looking in their mirror as opposed to out front?
More in the mirror than out front. I mean,
Right along with Allgaier.
You have to decide what lane you're going to block.
Get that 400 likes, guys.
Determine if there's enough speed coming from behind, if you should make the block.
Every driver you talk to, Rick, says, I think we could win if we're just
Come
around
on,
at
Pasta.
the end.
Here comes Parker Kligerman on the
back to
inside in that
P15,
number
Lloyd.
48.
I like what Chandler Smith is doing here. He's kind of committing to that top. That looks like it has the most cars in it. If he does that consistently, Jeff, I think the numbers will continue to grow.
Moving on
And
up.
this is a fast race. First stage, only 30 laps, over halfway done there.
16 laps into this stage. 300 likes, let's go.
Side draft that outside
Thank you,
lane
guys.
to
Let's go to
slow him down.
400.
Because I think he sees what you saw, Steve. That outside line is starting to get formed up.
And that's what happens, right? It's people in the third lane, the bottom lane, on the WLO line, they feel like they have to make a move. They
Getting
start
up there in
filling
that
outside
19.
lane.
There's Fast Pasta.
Second pack is falling off just a little bit.
Allgaier just staying in that
everybody's trying
inside
to think
zone,
about, can I get to the
inside
top?
line. Thinking baseball. There's Riley Herbst right next to
Couple cars in the
Allgaier.
middle, like Brandon Jones there in the Menards number 9. Hoping to get some help from behind. To ride along with the Hellmans on board. Justin Allgaier.
See, this bottom lane, when they get to the corner,
Goes Jesse
if it
Love.
stays open, they have a chance to make some ground up through the corner.
Jesse Love now in P10.
You saw a car jump out of line up there. You and I saw the same thing. Jesse Love, youth. Jesse Love at 19. He doesn't want to ride in line. He knows that the top may form, but he's willing to risk.
Saw an opportunity. Get in front of that lower line. See if he can be the one that leads them back to the front.
Yeah, remember, he made that move earlier trying to get an outside lane going. Nobody
What
went
up,
with him. It
Raphael?
cost him.
Keep hitting that
Still willing
subscribe.
to
We're
make
trying to
some
get to
aggressive
20,300. Look at Parker
Chandler
Kligerman.
Smith.
There goes
We have seen A.J. Allmendinger. We've seen numerous up front
Allgaier
here at
go with
Daytona.
Kligerman.
The Porsche 963. Technically.
All right, y'all. It's time to crank it up. Let's go to Allgaier and crank it up, y'all. Ryan Sieg come out of. Where'd he come from? Came for the race, but stayed for the sound. Allgaier moving on up. He crashed on the first lap. These boys are a whole different breed. There's a great talent in the Xfinity Series. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Appreciate it. Fish Show Adventures. Allgaier just staying in that inside. Oh, we got a little loose. There's Cole Custer. Where'd he come from? Old Ty Tim says. Allgaier almost had the lead there. Keep hitting that like button for us, trying to get to 400 likes. Exactly, Coyote. Klingerman, Dinger, Klingerman, Chandler Smith, Allgaier.
Lap of NASCAR. You can follow the action with free live scoring. There's in-car cameras as well as the radio broadcast. Search NASCAR in your app store to download, and you can start a free trial tonight. You're watching the WAWA 250, powered by Coca-Cola, and already 21 laps complete. Less than 9 to go in stage 1. There has been a caution already. It came on lap 1, but right now, A.J. Allmendinger out in front.
He was there. Maybe he got caught up in the middle.
And the 81 of Chandler Smith, who started on pole. Here comes Allgaier leading this lower line.
Yeah, you see what happens.
He's back in 21st, I guess so.
There's less cars, so on the straight, the upper line gets a little bit of an advantage. The 7 of Allgaier, he's trying to
Thank you, Jason.
to slow him down on the straight. And then when he gets to the corner, he's going to run the shortest line around there as possible.
What?
And see, he'll make ground in the corner.
For the lead here.
That's great. He's like, all right, I'm making ground, I'm going to the front. Now when they get here.
Yeah, could he clear Allmendinger? No.
But the bottom has gotten more cars. More guys have started to get down there.
See Ryan Sieg in the 39 just in front of Jesse Love.
Yeah.
Dave, how about the 97 in his progress?
Rick going nowhere from his 19th starting spot. Here's why.
Wheels on the rear end's way out of the track, and I'm just all over the place. Once I'm in the corner, it's okay, but it's horrible.
Copy that. It's probably a lot better when there's nobody behind you.
Welcome, Jason.
Yes, correct. Just hang at the back of this group right here, and we'll just keep our eyes open and miss it if there's any wrecks here.
Stay at the back of the pack, but don't
SVG
lose
in the back.
That's critical here, Marty.
New leader, Allgaier. Let me see those 7s.
About what happened to Riley Herbst last week at Michigan. Spotter Joey Campbell cleared Riley Herbst, and he was not clear. And this is the wreck that happened with Ryan Sieg. And then when they finally were able to meet on Tuesday, they
Dark
sat
Horse
down,
moving on
and
up.
Joey walked in the room and said, hey, that was my fault. I did not think that you were going to hit anyone. I thought you were actually clear. And Riley Joke said, hey, listen, man, I've made so many mistakes listening to you when I didn't pay attention. That's okay. We all make mistakes. And then Jeff, Davin Restivo, the crew chief, said something very interesting to me. I asked him, were you
6
worried
laps
about
to
what
go.
happened coming into
6
Daytona
laps
this
to go
week?
in the
He said, no,
stage.
as long as the trust was still there. And I could see in the meeting that trust was there. Is there a place, Jeff, where you have to trust the spotter more as a driver than Daytona or Talladega?
I think this is the very most important place to trust your spotter. And I think after last, you can't let one incident completely change your relationship. And those two guys didn't. And you can see why a spotter is so important. This battle at the front with only 6 to go for this stage in, it is intense. When your spotter says to do something, you have to have been looking to make sure it's right, but you have to trust them. And you got to make that move.
Look at Jesse Love coming up the middle. Did he just go back to 20th?
The 7 of Justin Allgaier back out front, leading this pack now. It looks like a center line is starting to form.
So far, Jesse Love has been the guy that's willing to make a move.
Here comes the dinger.
And just like there, multiple times he makes a move and then the people hang him out.
We'll see how far he falls back. Or if he's
fast paused up to P6.
Well, Cole Custer picked up to his rear bumper. We'll see if he can push him through the middle of his pack.
Each time he's gone up to the front and then gets shuffled back.
Just that quickly, they both head back.
I think it's not driving well. I saw the 2-car moving around quite a bit in the middle of the corner. I don't think he's able to stay wide open in the gas.
That's the boy.
Gaming, let's see which drivers are on the move. Brought to you by Ashley Furniture. This is since the restart.
Right along with Allgaier, the leader.
Big gains, 25 and 20. And then
4
Sammy
laps
Smith,
to go
18. Huge
in
for
the
Sammy
stage.
Smith and Ryan Sieg because
Keep hitting
both
that
of
like
those
button,
guys
keep
are
hitting that
right
subscribe
there at
for
that
us.
cut line.
And with 4 laps to go, the top 10 are going to receive points at the end of this stage. Parker Kligerman riding in 3rd, doing a really nice job. Kind of almost conservative. I was a little concerned at one point when he was on the bottom, but he's found a spot on the top.
So at some point, Parker's going to have a decision to make, and he may have already made it.
Yeah, sure.
That inside line could get formed and get going. Does Parker move down and try to lead that inside line?
After the lap 1 incident, it looks like everyone's using a little more caution here. Coming up on 2 to go, Kim.
And as we look, Justin Allgaier out front right now, and it was crucial for this team to have days like they had last weekend at Michigan, that scoring 50-plus points in the race. How do you do that? You win stages. Right now, Justin Allgaier positioned to win this stage. A lot can happen, though, before the stage end with 3 laps to go in stage 1. And keeping tabs on where the other guy in the regular season points battle is. Cole Custer currently 17th. Not in a position to earn any points. That gap coming into the race between Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer. Justin just 12 points behind Cole coming into Daytona.
Yeah, remember, Cole Custer was just behind Jesse Love. They were running in the top 10, and as Kim just mentioned, now outside the top 15. It happens that quickly here at Daytona.
Well, now it's decision time. If you don't think you could get stage points, miss this wreck, because it's so many times we see wrecks coming to the end of the stage. So if you can't get stage points, why get yourself up in the middle of this?
You're making an early prediction there, as we saw Chandler Smith dive to the bottom of the racetrack, hoping to use some of that momentum.
Will he be able to before the big one?
He was fourth when he got out of line. He's going to be able to slide back up. 1 lap to go in stage 1. A little side drafting continuing. Jesse Love trying to do anything and everything he can. Get a little bit of momentum, pull the line back. And now that upper line breaks up.
So Parker Kligerman in that orange and white car, I said at some point he would have a decision to make. He made it. He did not try to be the first car leading this bottom line. Let's see how it works out for him.
Allgaier goes down to block Chandler Smith. Down the backstretch for the final time in the stage. Allgaier in the middle of the racetrack. A pretty good run there out of the 81. Big spark.
Allgaier gonna win the stage here.
26, 27. Jeb Burton.
Looks like a flat tire on the 27. Let's focus up front. Looks like the 7's going to have a chance at the stage.
And Allgaier is going to win stage 1. 12th stage win already this year. As the caution comes out quickly, the top 10 cross the start-finish line.
That was
we
quick.
Saw Jeb Burton with the right front going down, but he was able to get to pit road before it went down.
All righty. Let's listen to Allgaier. You gonna let me listen to it? No. I gotta log out real quick and log back in. Awesome, y'all. Will this let me listen to it? No. Oh yeah, yay. All right, Jesse Allgaier. We'll see. We'll ride along with him here. Hold on one second. Let me I gotta take the camera away so I can log in. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. 1 second, y'all, and I'll log back in here so we can have in-car cameras here. We can have audio. Thank you for subscribing.
You're awesome.
Why are you not subscribed? Let me log in here. Okay, is it because I'm logged in here? All right, it's not letting me log in for some reason, so we'll forget that. It's all good. It's all good. How about this one? Will it let me log in here? Nope. Okay, back to the in-car camera. Don't have to worry about the scanners. All right, hope you guys are having a good time. Stage 1 is over. We're in stage 2 now. You're welcome, buddy. Hey, CeeLo, where's Jordan Anderson? I'm not sure. I like Santa, Kelly says. You're welcome, buddy. Let's see. Means 12 playoff points for Allgaier. That's good. That's good. All right, so we're going to see some pit stops here, and possibly we'll see what happens here. But no aerial cam tonight, which is kind of a bummer. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the storms. Hopefully we'll have the aerial cam tomorrow. Hope so. Earnhardt's doing good, yeah. Between stages, so good time to join our Discord. That's right, there's our Discord, guys. If you want to join our Discord, we have a good time there. And I'm going to ride along with Justin Allgaier again. So we got Allgaier, Sheldon Creed, and Jesse Love. Don't stage wins give you 1 playoff point? I think so as well. Braves are losing 2-1. I don't know how we lose to the Nationals. How do you beat the Phillies and then lose to the Nationals? Stages killed NASCAR. Keep the in-car camera going here. There we go. Let's see if we can listen to 7 or something.
Sitting in this crowd that have watched Dale Jarrett win one of those 4 races that he has been able to win here. What's the mindset when you come to this place, DJ, as we see you perched atop the NBC Sports Peacock pit box?
You know, Rick, a lot of it that I utilized in the first part of the race was kind of sizing up my competition, you know, who was strong, and also who was my car really good around, and where did my car want to perform? Was that up high? On the bottom, we saw Allgaier kind of utilize a lot of the racetrack in getting to the front there. So I think that's what you needed. But I'm going to tell you what, after watching how exciting that first stage was, I cannot imagine when we get to stage 3 what these guys are going to be willing to do trying to get to the front to win this race.
It does seem like we get some aggressive moves at Daytona, which you wouldn't normally see at most other racetracks, and that was in stage 1.
Well, I think the evolution of speedway racing continues where what used to be aggressive is now the standard. And if you choose not to make those aggressive moves, you just continue to get cycled to the back. Now, when the big wreck happens, you can say, look, I missed it. But if you look at those 10 names right there that scored stage points, they all had to make an aggressive move at some point in the closing laps for sure. I actually think Parker Kligerman, you mentioned a couple times the decision. I think it cost him a point or 2, but I like Parker saying, I'm going to stick on the top. If it cost me 2 points, so be it. But the car still doesn't have any dents, rolling in the right direction.
And rolling onto pit road now, as we'll see the field make their way onto pit road and to their crews. Kim.
And you'll see Chandler Smith top left. He said, I'm a 2-3 number, 2 free down the straight, just no grip. Justin Allgaier top right, your stage 1 winner. Despite that, he said, my balance is awful, to be honest. Tight at the 3/4 mark, wrecking loose off. I cannot take a push to save my life. They'll look for a big adjustment there, Dave.
AJ Allmendinger needs an adjustment. His car's not bad, just a little free off the
USA,
corner.
Barry.
He'll get 4 tires and fuel, Marty.
How about Sheldon Creed? Said
Sammy
his car's
Smith.
a little draggy and free on the bottom. Sam McCauley, his crew chief, said, wait on me for fuel. So was that a decision?
USA, Barry.
Full of fuel. And as they leave pit road, looks like Sammy Smith cannot get going, Rick. He is stuck here at the end of pit road. So
he
we'll
go
have to see
backwards.
what's going on with the 8 car of Sammy Smith, a driver who came in just +1 above the cut line.
Issue with Sammy Smith leaving pit road. Issues with Jesse Love getting into pit road. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesse Love spun.
Very fortunate no crew members were hit.
He's backwards. Can you do that? Can you pit backwards and get tires? He ended up pitting backwards. Can you do that? Just finished my fast pasta. Now for some cold custard. There you go, Brian. Thank you guys. Hit that like button for us. We're at 391. Almost at 400 likes. Let's see if we get that 400 likes. Let's go 500 likes. And there's no love for Jesse Love. Yeah, it's done before. Okay, so you can pit. It doesn't matter. As long as you're in the pit box, it doesn't matter. Okay. That's new. I didn't realize that, but that's okay. I'm sure there's a NASCAR official going, oh, you can't do that. We changed the rule yesterday. Oh, boy. Make sure you guys are checking out our preview vlog as well. We put out a preview vlog today. It's all 3 races, our paint schemes, plus our information from last week, my picks, all that good stuff. Make sure you check that out. Leave a comment, hit the like for us as well on that to get us on that algorithm. So let's go to 10,000 likes, baby. That's right, Kelly. But thank you guys so much for everything tonight. So who's in the lead here? Allmendinger, Sheldon Creed. We're going to go to Sheldon Creed. And then it's, let's see, we're going to Sheldon Creed. Let's start with him. Let's see what he's got. David Reagan got spun out perfectly backwards into his pit, and they changed his tires. Okay, there you go. Why don't you show the two spinning on the pits? I wasn't showing on that time, but we can show this right here. Cole Custer. Something's going on with Custer. And unless if you're in the pit box, you're allowed to pit. All right, there you go. Slow down. Yeah, it's on, Lloyd. Yep, it is on.
Issues. And you see Jesse Love getting spun at the top of your screen.
Ryan Truex, he just missed his stall. You know, he drives this car on a limited basis. He doesn't see that sign every week.
I'm looking around for the full moon.
Yeah.
This was an interesting situation right here. Normally the crew chief will call the driver out. Like, this is when you need to go or not go. That happened so quickly, Steve. As far as the 98, the 00, I'm not sure if anybody made a mistake there or if that's just bad luck. I don't know.
The coolest looking thing is pitting on your roof.
Because I think the 98, he doesn't really swing out. He kind of almost drives out straight, and the 00 almost pulls into his left rear. Just unfortunate timing, Marty.
And Davin Restivo just told Riley Herbst the track bar is fine. He thinks it was the left rear tire. And I'm looking.
They're about to go green, y'all. He's going to go lap down.
Was on the wheel, but the track bar is fine for Herbst.
Yeah, it almost caught the wheel, and instead of smashing the nose back, it pulled the nose forward and off the 00.
Nope.
Yeah, almost peeled it off the front of the car as they are getting ready to come to the green flag here for the start of stage 2. And now the yellow lights come back on, so they're adding a lap. So that's definitely going to help the 00 here.
Well, there's just a lot. I mean, this has been an absolute chaotic race.
I'm sure our mods are taking care of it, though. Thank you so much, Decado.
So let's watch what happened again. So you have the 98 to 00, right? So you can see the 98 launches, and when he does, the 00 comes out. And that's a tough one. I feel like, it's the crew chief normally calling him out, calling the 00 Cole Custer out. I think he was expecting the 98 to be further away from him, go closer to the grass. Let's hear what they had to say.
I didn't even try and get close to him. I don't know. I didn't feel like I came out very much. Barely hit him.
When Riley come by, he was just tight on us, and when we turned out, it caught him in the...
Was he looking at the 44? Because the 44 was right in front of him, and maybe looking to his left as opposed to his right?
So I'll be honest. I think they can hit that way 100 different times, and unless that left rear wheel opening catches the front fender, they have dents, but nowhere near the damage like this. Like, it's not just the contact, but some very eerie contact that peels that nose off the 00. And I'm with you, Jeff. I just think the timing was bad.
Sam Mayer
still on the box calling
he's
the
into
00
P1.
out. I'm not sure. I think he could accelerate
I guess
enough
he
to catch
didn't
the 98.
pit,
I just think
and he got 4 tires a couple laps ago, so that worked out.
It's just a tough call. It's so competitive. Everybody's leaving at the same time.
I just keep going back to Rick. Who does all this chaos benefit?
Yeah.
44.
So if we watch it again, Jonathan Toney, crew chief on the 00, he's calling him out. He's probably saying clear one lane because he's expecting the 98
Changed the rule
and
yesterday.
go further out to the grass to give them a lane.
I mean, that's how it is these days. We
And
changed it yesterday. You didn't know?
Having issues before he made a stop. He felt like he had a left front flat, and then the steering was off. He felt like they took the tires off. There was a flat spot on the left front. Went back out.
Where's Holly saying? I see you, Mayor.
Steering his cock to the left.
Green flag. Let's go.
Here we go. Green flag. Baby.
Let's go racing, boys.
They're coming to green. So there's a lot of drivers right now that don't know how their cars are going to handle when we get back up to speed. Sam Mayer on the inside of row 1.
You've seen Rowdy do it.
There's one guy in the booth that doesn't know how all these cars are going to drive, Rick. I'm concerned.
Sheldon Creed on the outside of that front row.
All those cars on the inside line behind the double file, they were all penalty cars, so they had to start on the inside. That's why that looks so strange.
Let's go. I think I got this cam thing down pretty well, guys.
Once again, 24 laps to go in this stage. Short stage is short race. No pit stop required.
Yeah, Steve, I know we don't need it, but what is that fuel
He's
window?
still in the pit.
You could run a little over 40 laps, 42, 43 laps. So that final
Try
stage
to
can
see
be
him on
no
the
problem. The question
camera
is how many
here.
overtimes. That would be the only concern.
This race goes 30 laps, and 40 laps for a total
Stage
of 100.
2.
And 100 laps equals 250 miles here at Daytona. Still side by side for the lead. Creed on the outside got his 11th.
I'm having fun doing it.
Second place finish
Mayor.
last week.
I see you, Mayor.
Still has not found victory lane. Could it happen here at Daytona?
Look at him, Dolly. It could be a wreck. Mayor is being crazy.
He started dead last. Just a shift in qualifying. Did some damage. Had to repair the car.
Jumps down in front of that low line, and Allgaier with a little momentum. Now Creed trying to get a little bit of a draft off of these cars. Pull them back if he can, a little side draft.
What's wonderful about the Xfinity Series
Mayor,
this year,
Allgaier, Sheldon Creed.
of the field and how hard it is to win races. Well, we've had a lot of cars with
I'm not
issues.
gonna call it the big one. I mean, him shifting
just a
back and
wonderful
forth like
field
that,
of cars at
blocking
the
is not going to
front.
help.
In years past, we lose 5 or 6, and it kind of dwindles. Not anymore. I mean, look at all the competitors. I can name 12 to 14 names, and I still think have a real shot on speed to win this race.
So what if I would throw in weather as another thing that these teams need to think about?
Well, I hope you're not in Disney. It's pouring in Orlando.
It's drenched right now.
That's a better show here anyway.
And I hope that it's breaking up off to the west there, but that's just one other thing that these crew chiefs are looking at. They've got radar on their pit boxes as we see Sheldon Creed trying to keep that outside line rolling. Kim, how about the 51 and Jeremy Clements?
Yeah, currently running in the 12th position, and with his start tonight, he ties Jason
Parker
Keller for
Klingerman.
most consecutive starts in the Xfinity Series.
Trying to get
at
that outside line running.
382, and I asked Jeremy how he felt about that. He said he actually didn't realize the stat until today when somebody asked. He said he didn't set out to do that, but here we are. He told me I'm either crazy or hard-headed, but what it does say is that I love to race. Being a small team is difficult, and it has its ups and downs, but the ups are absolutely worth it. He did ask at the very end, he said, so if I start next week, I break the tie and I become the all-time consecutive start leader? And I said yes.
Thank you, Tyler.
Well, I'm glad you
Appreciate
delivered
it,
that
y'all.
good news. You know, he has
Almost to 500 likes. Help us get there.
career start. So
Thank you, Tyler and Elias.
A little ways off, but he's 2 years away from catching Kenny Wallace for the most starts ever in the Xfinity Series.
You're awesome.
Allgaier
right along with the wheeling
going a little
on
out
board, Jesse
there.
Love. That outside line, you see the momentum.
It's getting
Also,
worse
as we were
here.
riding on board, you heard him have to get all the way out of the gas to keep from running into the guys in front of him.
This is
And that's how
not
those
getting
wrecks
pretty.
happen, as the laps start winding down, drivers are less likely to get out of the throttle.
Precarious position
500
right
likes.
now
That's
for
right. Get us
AJ
there, y'all.
Allmendinger. He moves to
500
the
likes is the goal.
outside.
Thank you
He
so much,
was tucked
Forsyth.
in behind Sam Mayer, and they were both looking to block whichever line was running the quickest, but it was Allmendinger who moved to the outside first, and now that line has propelled him to the front.
Ryan Truex, why do you
Parker Kligerman
stop?
in the 48, pushing that 16.
Look at that 20. What's up, James?
Allgaier, who won stage 1, was trying to get that low line running again.
Man, the cars just dance around. There's so much movement. Left to right. The lanes can get blurred at times.
Allmendinger out front once again. Chandler Smith has led the most laps tonight with 14 up front. Allmendinger 11 now. AJ Allmendinger surprisingly has not been to victory lane in 2024.
Let's see a car in the catch
and
fans,
it's been
not
announced
yet.
that he'll run Cup Series full time in 2025. But Allmendinger right now the highest scored above the cut line.
I love Daytona, guys. I love Daytona,
Again,
man.
leading this field around Daytona, Dave.
And Rick, to me, surprisingly, that he hasn't won here at Daytona in the Xfinity Series. As good as colleague has been here, as good as he has been. How about a little positivity to keep the driver in the game?
You good with me?
You're
Understanding
awesome.
everything? Radio's working good?
Thank you so much.
Yep, copy that, man.
You're
You're
amazing. Thank you.
I'll keep working on being better. Nope, we're good. We got a shot at this tonight.
That's right. We're good from the spotter. We got a shot at this tonight. Maybe the first win for Allmendinger here.
I don't think there's rain in Orlando. It's not coming
now,
here.
Everybody saw it happening, so you don't want to be the last guy to that party. Because if you are, you just push out and you lose the draft. So everybody, except for about 4 cars, went to the top.
Look at
Still
how
no aerial cam.
Allgaier falls back.
Don't make a bit of sense.
He's trying to tuck in behind that 11 of Josh Williams.
Maybe Decotto.
Williams wanted to get up in front of
Thank
the
you,
19
Anita.
draft. Good
Single
decision
file.
not to.
Freight
But you can see why the
train.
desperation. Those two are down there by themselves, and
Trains in the chat
the
for a
outside
freight
lane is
train.
Single file. Williams is going to slide in there. Williams, one of the other drivers from Florida.
190 mile an hour freight train coming at you. Choo,
Everyone following Allmendinger.
The Porsche 963.
Let's crank it up with Sheldon Creed. Let's go. Yeah, I think the rain's gonna miss. Thank you, Luciano and Angie. Thank you.
You're awesome.
Yeah, I picked Hertz. You're welcome, Decotto.
You're awesome.
You're welcome, Django.
You're awesome.
Thank you, American Nightmare. Tribal Chief. You're listening to Sheldon Creed's watching his car and listening to his cam.
Tickets, there's exclusive gear, autographed merchandise, and much more. Visit NASCAR.com/fan rewards. We had mentioned how well Toyota was doing in qualifying. Let's take a look now at the Toyota driver update. Ryan Truex running in that 3rd spot.
The Tribal Chief.
4th. Chandler Smith 5th. Jeffrey Earnhardt 13th.
I acknowledge you, Tribal Chief.
As they're running, closing in on the halfway point of this race. Just how quickly it goes, and you see that single file line, and Allmendinger
the original Tribal Chief.
Everybody jumped in, and realized that if they weren't in that top line, they were going to get left behind.
Well,
welcome back, Cameron.
To go in this stage. Somebody is
coming.
eventually going to make a move. And everybody is afraid to be the first, because if you make a move and nobody goes with you or not enough go with you, then you're going to end up at the back of this pack. And also everybody's afraid not to make a move.
You ain't first, you last. That's right,
Terry. If the
Terry.
inside line goes and you don't, you could not get stage points. It's a gamble here, Dave.
That bright yellow car in 6th place is Brandon Jones. His crew chief, Philip Bell, told me this afternoon we've been unloading mostly fast cars with mostly disappointing results.
Getting out of the way.
Jones told me earlier today he believes that this and the next couple of tracks are ones that he can win at. He plans to and has to do that to get to the playoffs, Kim.
Dave, speaking of tracks teams can win at, Parker Kligerman and his team have this circled as well as Atlanta. And so I asked Parker how he approaches this from kind of a help perspective. He said, I don't expect help from anyone at super speedways. The hopes is that if you work with someone and help them, that they will reciprocate. But he said there is no guarantee. He chooses to work with certain drivers,
Thank you,
hoping
Shane.
that in an effort working with them, that they will return the favor. And right now, he told his team to tell AJ, we are just riding, currently in the 2nd position, Marty.
Kim, 10 to go here in stage 2, and there's a good chance that the current regular season championship leader, Cole Custer, could go down a 2nd lap here at Daytona. It is crazy to think that going into the Michigan race last week, Custer had the largest regular season points lead anyone had all year long at 56 points, and it has vanished in 2 races. Jeff Burton, that shows you how quickly things can change here in NASCAR.
Yeah, and things have changed on the track as well as the inside lane started to form. Jeff Burton running about 7th or 8th. He was the first one to make a move.
Allgaier had to get out of the gas there. It was close. He was about ready to turn that 27.
Chandler Smith pulled down.
What's up, Tim? Good to see you.
Killed his opportunity. He's now back behind the 27 and the 20. Ryan Truex says, all right, I'm going to lead this bottom lane.
Jeffrey, what are you doing?
1 lap. It went to the top in 2 laps, and it went back to double file in about 1 lap.
So if you're Parker Kligerman, in this situation that he is in as far as points, needing points, do you stay in line?
Well,
these cars are swirly. Look at Allgaier. He's all over the place.
In these stages. So as long as you continue to have help like this, where guys continue to jump up top, the 48 just needs to be patient and stay in that line.
Yeah, what you can't do, though, is you can't get lazy and not protect the back. You can't let them put you
Ryan
3
Truex,
wide.
new leader.
Drive underneath you, and now you're the only guy on the outside.
We're seeing from the state water heaters.
I thought I clicked on Allgaier.
Still trying to keep that inside line running, Jeff.
Yeah. He's the first one that jumped out there, and the others tried to be the guy that was in front of him. They got real aggressive.
Oh, well, my bad.
Chandler Smith right behind him in the 81. That inside line still trying to find some definition. Only 4 cars down there right now as we're coming up on 7 laps to go in stage 2.
7 laps to go in stage 2.
I don't know if there's enough cars committed to running the bottom to make it work.
I'll give the 7 credit, though. He is a side drafted machine.
We're going to be right back here in a second, guys.
Look
just
how
had to do that commercial.
Close he's running up next to that 48.
Hey-yo.
Riding along with Sheldon Creed, thanks to Toyota.
What are you doing, Allgaier?
And right now, Creed, 4th car in line on this outside, but Allgaier's doing a lot of work on his own up here.
Look at that. Steve talked about how aggressive the side drafts are.
Trying to back up. And now Allgaier is 5th. Dave, what about the 20 up front?
He did.
Really good.
He almost wrecked.
So far, that spin on pit road, no contact there, just on his own. But trying to win for the 2nd time in only his 8th start this season is Ryan Truex. The car was a little bit tight. They made a chassis
Ralph,
adjustment
thank you
that
so much.
first time
More likes the
road,
500. Hit that like button
them.
for us. Hit that subscribe, y'all.
Allgaier cannot get enough help as now Riley Herbst is behind him.
Here comes Herbst.
All right, let's listen in to Burton's radio.
What the hell is 81 doing? Idiot.
And here, just keep digging. Don't worry about it.
What's he doing?
Well, he's frustrated. He's right behind him.
Allgaier's so aggressive, I know.
81
Oh, gosh, it gets so close.
The 27 had to run on the bottom. The 81 jumped out of line too late. And he got the position where they had to kind of lift to not wreck,
too soon, Bronny.
Bottom lane momentum. I think that's what that radio is referring to. I think he's already frustrated with the 81.
Allgaier is fighting. He's on the inside now for the lead. He drifts back as they cross the start-finish line. Under 5 to go now.
98's to his rear bumper. That's going to push him forward. He's going to be on the lower line, so he's going to make some ground up right here. What does he do with it? Does he jump to the outside line, or does he stay on the bottom?
And I think Allmendinger loves this. Let the 20 go down and block the bottom. See if that upper lane can get a little bit of a run. Now I like what the 20's doing. Top down the straightaways, bottom in the corner.
He says, I smell a wreck.
Here comes the 7 again. He gets to the inside. Will he have enough help? Can he clear the 20? He does. Now,
5 to
which
go.
line will he go to when they come out of turn 4? He drifts up the racetrack right in front of Ryan Truex.
And all that is a result of all of that side drafting the 7 did. That hard work he put in to keep the location on the racetrack.
Should Weatherman win this race? I don't know.
I'm going to give a tip of the cap to the owner of this team. I think Allgaier has learned a lot from the way Dale. Allgaier out in front. Truex behind him, Allmendinger, and then Parker Kligerman.
Watch 98 right here. He's going to get a big push into turn 3. Whoa, got loose in there.
Yeah, maybe a little too big of a push.
98 ended stage 1 with contact and with his teammate on pit road.
4 to go.
Multiple times.
3 to go now.
Recovered all the way back to this position.
Allgaier was able to block. 3 laps to go in stage 2.
Let's see if that 98 and the 27 can make that work again. They timed it exactly right getting into turn 3.
Parker Kligerman drifting up toward the wall on that outside line in the 48. Here comes Ryan Truex again in the 20. Allgaier sees it, goes up to block.
My goodness. Come on, Herbs.
Now the inside line has some momentum.
2 to go.
Herbst.
Sorry, Rick. He's clear. Now he decides to go to the outside. Now back behind the 7. Now trying to
2
get
to
the
go.
lead.
2 to go. Allgaier is working his tail off out here.
Look at Earnhardt in 10th. You're right.
The 98 stays up high. Is that going to allow Jeff Burton to get a little bit of a run here on the bottom of the track?
Not the push from Chandler Smith.
Look at the dinger.
Going the wrong
What a
way.
run.
There's the momentum on that outside line, and Ryan Truex moves out. So he
Ryan was
does
like,
not
"I'm out."
give a push to the 98 of Herbst. Kligerman drifts up
White
the track.
flag here
3
for
gets right
stage
up to the
1.
back bumper.
Stage 2.
Coming up on 1 to go and into the wall.
Oh, fast pasta.
One car, the 1 of Sam Mayer, spins on the apron, and the caution's going to come out before the end of the stage.
Dang.
It looked like the 5 of Anthony Alfredo may have gotten into the wall, sure enough.
You just watched the fast speed.
Dragging the splitter.
You called it, Rick. It starts with the 5 of Alfredo. You're going to see him back right there. It's like a big wiggle. Was getting a push. Maybe lost the back of the race car.
Yeah, I got
Off
loose.
The nose of the 1. Then the 1 loses control himself. Goes for a big slide. Ends up saving it. Yeah, you see right there, the 1 is, I'm sorry, the 2, Jesse Love. Those cars look so similar. The 2 of Jesse Love was just to the inside, the left rear quarter of Alfredo. And here, this will be a great view.
Yeah, up the racetrack. Contact.
Oh, yeah, he got loose, it looks like.
I think Sam Mayer saw
Did
it
Sam Mayer put him in the wall?
Responded. Watch Sam.
Oh, yeah, he
He's
did.
like, oh, they're going to wreck. And he does something and loses control
Was
of
it
his
Love
car.
or Mayer? I think it was Love.
Never actually spun the thing out, but lost a lot of track position.
Oh, you're welcome, Ian.
This is going to end the stage under caution, and so that will mean a sweep of stage 1 and 2 for Allgaier. That's the 15th time.
I can't make it any bigger, Joey. You can watch these same things on NASCAR.com.
With that statistic, he's only won 3 of those times, finding the
No love
checkered
for
flag
love.
at the end of the race.
Let's listen to Fast Pasta really quick because he's in the pits. Let's listen in. Where you at, 5? See if they're talking. They're not talking. That sound like Tom. Man, he was running so well. Listen to 5 here. Stage 3 already, y'all. Get on me. Who would win a race, Fast Pasta or Speedy Linguini? Oh, man, Fast Pasta. There goes our dark horse. But it looked like Jesse Love got into him. It had looked like Love to me. But congratulations, Justin Allgaier, sweeping the stages. You're welcome, everybody. Who got the free pass? Let's take a look. Looks like it's going to be Cole Custer. Cole Custer with the free pass. So he'll be back on the lead lap. So Mayer was on the last on the lead lap. Austin Hill has got 26 laps down. So it's on Cole Custer. It's showing Custer now 2 laps down. So maybe he got 1 back. I don't know. Our third caution of the night. We have the third caution of the night. Yes, third caution of the night. There's our leaders so far today. 16 laps for Allgaier, 20 for the Dinger, 15 for Chandler Smith. Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that like button. Trying to get to 600 likes. 600 likes on the channel for our NASCAR race. There's no cars on the camera. All right, let's see. I need to update my caution count to 3. We're in stage 3. All right, in stage 3, y'all, you get to, as a fan in our channel, you get to pick who you think is going to win here. You have your right to change your pick on who you think's going to win. In the beginning of the race, we asked you who was going to win. Now you get to pick who you think's going to win here in stage 3. Are you staying with your original pick, or are you taking someone else? I'm staying with Herbst. Riley Herbst. I'm staying with him. He's in P2. Let's see who else has got here. Yeah, he is. Tom is. Yes, he is part of the team. Chris Sale at 50-70 pitches. Let's see. 607 likes. Thank you, guys. SVG up 3 spots. Come on, Kiwi. Justin Allgaier for Josh. 7 Allgaier. CeeLo didn't owe you pie to the face. If we get to 21, we'll do one tomorrow. If we get to 21, we'll do double. Ryan C. Staying with the Dinger, Larry says. Tony Stewart. Jeffrey Earnhardt for Kirk. Who else? I like the Dinger is going to win this race. Let's who else? SVG. Corey says, I'm going with Riley Herbst too. Love still. Mark's going with Jesse Love. Based on the performance, I'll go 7. Truex going with Ryan Truex. I lost my pig Pasta, so now I'll take the dark horse. Let's see who's going to be.
Stages said, I don't need anything balance-wise, but I can't be bound up. I can't do what I want in traffic. My exit in traffic is not as good as everybody else. Jim Pullman telling I might take a little track position away because we want to do 4 tires.
The 2 and the 16.
Ryan Truex in the 20 car likes the balance of his race car. Just 2 right side tires.
Thank you so much for the subs, Mike W.
Said my car is freaking loose. I need a big adjustment. There goes the wrench in the rearview window. 4 tires for him, Marty.
What a stage for Riley Herbst, who drove from 31st to 2nd. He said, I need just a little bit more front grip. They waited a little bit on fuel, but it was just 2 tires for Riley Herbst.
2 tires. My boy, Riley Herbst the pick. All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Hit that like for us. Sheldon Creed gets his first win, Tony says, and there comes the big one here in stage 3. We haven't had it yet, but you know it's coming, y'all. You know it is coming. Love for the W now. So Joe Graff for the win on the 19. We'll see. That'd be interesting. T-Van. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. It's going to be a fun night, fun day so far. We started it off with our release of our race preview vlog. Make sure you check that out today or tomorrow morning before the race tomorrow night. It's all the paint schemes, all the different cars, and the trucks. We'll be doing trucks practice and qualifying tomorrow afternoon for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And we'll be bringing you flag-to-flag coverage of the Coke Zero Sugar 400 right here on our channel, just like this, with all the fun. So I hope you guys tune in tomorrow night as well. Hit the notification bells, and let's have some fun. And then Sunday, it is the Lewine, I can't even say the name, but the Truck Series, the first race of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, will be on our channel as well on Sunday. Make sure you guys are here for all of it. Don't go anywhere else. Be right here, as we are here for some more NASCAR all weekend long. And then next week, we'll pick back up with our Atlanta Braves baseball. We do play-by-play for the Atlanta Braves. If you count some of our races this weekend, we did 2 races against the Philadelphia Phillies and the Braves. Won one and lost one that I did. But they ended up taking the series against the Phillies, and we're going to get back. And it looks like, are they losing right now tonight? The Jaguars up on the Falcons, 21-0. Man. Creed will no longer be the bridesmaid, NASCAR Kid says. We'll see. We'll see. If there's no big one, it's pizza and beers on me, Kelly says. All right, sounds good. Awesome. And someone sent me a Cash App, and my phone had died, and I didn't know. And hold on a second. If you're out there, let's see. Someone sent me a Cash App. Lori sent me a $20 Cash App. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate you, Lori. If you're watching, thank you so much, Lori, for the $20 Cash App. And I'll think tomorrow during the race as well. But this is the battle cam that's just kind of hanging out here. We're going to ride along with Justin Allgaier. Allgaier, who's the next one? I guess we'll go Sheldon Creed, because Allgaier's in the back here. Let's go Sheldon Creed. All right. But thank you for the $20 Cash App. We appreciate that. What other sports do you cover, CeeLo? We do Tennessee Volunteers football, Tennessee Volunteers basketball. Mostly we'll do all of Tennessee basketball, hopefully. And Cole Custer back on pit road. Another bad night.
All right, DJ, it's going to be about 35 to go when they drop the
NHL
green
hockey
flag.
as
Other
well.
than missing the big wreck, what's it going to take to win?
Well, I hope everybody was paying attention, because they just got a real lesson from Justin Allgaier as to how you drive from the back of the pack up to the front, never touch anybody, never put yourself in a bad spot. Now, I'm not sure they're all as talented as Justin Allgaier, and if their car handles that good, but I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to side draft and how to make that work, you can put yourself in a position to do this. But this is going to get wild. There's a lot of drivers really hungry to get that win, to get into the playoffs, or to add some playoff points to their resume tonight.
Steve, should we be at all nervous because both drivers have
we
now
get to
either
20,400
called the crash that was going to happen, or
and
going to
600
get
likes?
Well, that's really all the after effects of all the speedway racing they've done. They know what these things look like, as you see the Gibbs teammate.
Greetings from North Carolina, David.
Thank
Thank you.
Together at the bottom. That's something we'll point out more and more as we get later in this race with the choose. All these drivers think they're good on fuel. You heard Allgaier shutting it off, saving some gas, mostly for overtimes. Jesse Love as well, doing a little coast right here.
Yes, Dusty.
Dave, what about Shane Van Gisbergen?
Back on pit road, jacking the left side up. Crew member Turbo is
SVG
jumping
on pit
underneath
road
there just to check one more thing. They've been checking things all night. The car just doesn't feel good to SVG, so they try to make sure that everything that they can check and check off is right. Kim?
Well, Parker Kibbleman is a little bit busy under this caution. During that stop, he had the team tape a tool, a nut driver, onto his water bottle and pass it through to him because his small side mirror inside the car has come loose. So he was going to take the tool off of the water bottle to tighten
Brandon
that
Jones
mirror
for the
himself.
win just because.
And sounds like everything is good to go for Parker.
A little maintenance being done by Parker while he's tooling around here at over 55
Predict the big
miles
one
an
will
hour.
happen on the
you don't
final
want the
lap.
driver to have to do the warranty work. You want that done by the crew.
That's a great point.
What do you do with the wrench?
What wrench? What's a wrench?
Done?
Well,
does that get
you can either
thrown out?
rattle around or you're going to have
Not
to buy a
allowed
new one because it's
baseball
somewhere
cap.
on the apron on the backstretch.
Those things are expensive. Put it in the rocker panel.
Good first 2 stages, though, for Parker Kligerman. 11 points. that's a plus, obviously, coming into this race. He wants to get every point he possibly can, helping him to possibly get into the playoffs.
Yeah, and Ryan
Flip,
Sieg,
mark
you
my
see in
words.
13th,
All right.
he has not gotten any points tonight.
All right, here we go.
As we get ready for the restart, we're actually going to listen in to the spotter, of Jesse Love, and that is Brandon Benesh.
By the way, ready, green. Quarter in front to push, quarter. Both lanes are tight.
Sheldon Creed pushing that 20. JGR, baby. Final stage, all or nothing. He's got a way too big of a lead here.
Clear if you wanted it. Half in front. Tom's going to back up here. They're separated. They're locked in front, but should roll. Locked in front, but should roll. 19 closing to you. 19 closing to you. Half in front now. Half in front. Top's going to back up. They're all broke up. Still outside 98. You're clear. 2x2 in your mirror. Top still backing up. 19's clear with you on the bottom. Then they're 2x2. 2 rows of 2x2 in that second lane. Then they're 3x3. One off you to the 19. 98, 16, 27, 39. Working through the middle. 2 back. 19 shading to shut them
We'll
off.
listen to the spotter here.
Yep. 3x3 behind the 19. 16's dragging it. He's got momentum on the bottom half. Quarter
Pushed out.
through the middle.
Ryan Truex. Goodbye.
And it's gone from 2 wide to 3 wide. And a big move there by Creed.
Oh, no, that's
He
Sheldon
couldn't
Creed.
block that big run by Chandler Smith in the 81. And now Creed is going to drop back on the inside line. No help behind him.
Oh, he got pushed out.
AJ Allmendinger ran up behind Creed. He had a
Really
huge
don't do
run
Darrell
in
Waltrip for
turn
them. That's
three.
what we
Had
do,
to
man.
Something with it. Went to the outside line.
Creed following nobody, getting behind him and helping him out.
Bye-bye, 7. You're praying for rain? Oh, so you can go.
Truex and Chandler Smith still door to door as they work their way around this 2.5 mile super
Alfredo's
speedway.
in P9. I guess he's okay.
The free pass went to the
This
double
is not going to end
zero
well.
of Cole Custer, and so now after being a lap down,
Sheldon,
before
watch
the
out,
end of
Jesse
the stage,
Love
Cole
there.
Custer's running in the top 10.
Why are you going up the middle? You got anybody
We just
help?
talked about him not having any points so far tonight. Now all of a sudden he's emerged at the front of this pack, running in third. Made a massive run on Jeb Burton. Jeb blocked him. Sieg is not going to be denied this time.
Sieg doesn't have to worry about
Jeb
points
Burton
if
back.
he gets to victory lane. Lock himself into the playoffs that way. The 20 car
Cole
of Joe
Custer's
Gibbs
in
Racing
fifth?
has been phenomenal in
What the heck?
2024. 5 different drivers, 4 of them have won.
Not anymore, I guess.
John Hunter Nemechek has won twice behind the wheel of that 20. Ryan Truex has already won. He won at Dover earlier this year.
How about the 5 of Alfredo? We saw
I figured
him
it was
in
too good to be
contact with the-
true.
Oh, no, the 9.
Oh, we
going
got
around.
Brandon
SPG,
Jones in the
Brandon
concrete,
Jones.
The asphalt there, and does he stay off the wall? He will, and he's trying to stay out of the grass.
SPG, Brandon Jones, runner
Very
caution.
thankful that all that's fresh pavement.
I know.
That would have been grass years ago.
And so he slid.
Tires are good right here. Don't pit right here.
Oh, I disagree. I would pit right now. The back are on interliners.
This all happened down the back straightaway.
Come on.
People running into the
Thank you
back
for the
of each
subscribe,
other.
Jason.
Brandon Jones just never could get caught back up. And Steve, you mentioned it. All of this is asphalt. Never once
Trying to
got
get
in
to
the grass. That allowed him to get the car
20,400. Help
slowed
us get to
down.
20,400.
Bump right there, another bump. Now he's out of control. And fortunately, there was a place for him to go in that bottom lane. Normally, there's
We're
a
trying to
car
get to
there.
600
And
likes.
it causes a 15-car wreck. But in this case, the seas parted, and down the racetrack he goes.
That was Jesse Love we were riding along with that was behind the 9. But I think Jesse Love had guys pushing him from behind, too.
And you have to give credit, I think, to the 97, who right here, he's off the gas, obviously, because he's on the bottom and backing up. So SVG
No,
sees
Austin
the
Hill's,
9, has to cross traffic at some point, and he's
he's in the
slowing
back.
down to give him a spot to go.
I
He's
love the
done.
fact that all
Austin
that
Hill's
is
not
now
out there.
I mean, there's no, that used to be grass
That was
down
Brandon
there.
Jones.
he probably destroys his race car. Now he just gets down here and probably no damage whatsoever.
I think the 9 had a flat tire on the straightaway. I think right here, the reason he's looked like he's being wrecked is because he's trying to slow down. You see sparks off the car already. The left rear looks to me like it's flat already before he goes for the spin.
Looks like it's been rubbed for sure.
Yeah.
So right there it starts wiggling. I thought it was because he was being people making contact with him from behind.
Seven
but you're
can do it
thinking it's
again.
the left rear. I suspect you're right.
I'm thinking it's the left rear, but it's hard to say which came first.
So Jones brings out the 4th caution of the night. We're going to take another look at it.
Look at that. Look how fortunate that is.
Not yet, T-Van.
Not just for him, but for all of those guys. There's a place for him to go.
Brandon Jones spun.
That happened so quickly. I mean, everything's going
Alfredo
great.
hit the wall last caution, and he's in
car.
P7.
And when he started left, he knew he was going to be in a wreck. Like, he knew there was no way he wasn't going to be contacted. So check it out. This is last year versus this year. Look at all of this grass, what's now asphalt. And so many times we would see a car run through the grass, then get on the asphalt, then get back in the grass.
Yeah, Brandon Jones would have flipped if there was grass.
It's caused cars to flip. It's, they caught the grass. This time he just rolled through that asphalt and it slowed it down. Great job, Daytona International Speedway, for making that additional.
I'm going to go with Allgaier because I'm going to watch him come through the field. I want to watch him
Rick,
come through the
they
field.
asked Brandon Jones what he felt. Here's what he said.
Was that just a bad push, you think? They just get you crossed up?
It was a flat for sure. I started smelling it, but I couldn't say nothing right there.
Okay, 10-4.
Jeff Burton, you can smell a flat coming, can't you?
Well, that Steve
Truck
saw
Sunday,
it before any of us, and he had it right. And it's pretty interesting from Brandon. He says he could smell it. You could smell the tire. Clearly was a rub
Thank
for
you.
it to
I'm going to
smell it like that.
Listen, I know it hasn't been the 9's year, 119 points below the cut line. But to have a flat tire in the top lane of 2 wide down the backstretch at Daytona and still be rolling around under
tomorrow
yellow,
we'll do it.
Maybe it's the 9's night. Maybe that's a sign that the seas are going to part and he's going to work his way back up there because he had some good fortune. And I'm telling you, I'm
cheering
give
for
credit to
Riley
SVG.
Herbst.
We
I
talk
picked
a lot
him to
about the
win.
learning curve.
Or Fast
but
Pasta. He's still got a
saw it
chance.
coming.
He's in
He
P7.
is 4 wide on the bottom, slowing down, giving the 9 a place to wreck. He knows the 9 is in trouble. You know, that's an experienced move, Jeff. I've seen a lot more experienced race car drivers kind of stay in that hole.
Quite a few making the way.
A little
on the pit road,
WAWA and a good to
including
go.
Sheldon Creed and SVG. Dave?
So he'll come to pit road here for one more look at the 97, make sure they've got it where they need it to be. And also, if they have tires left, that's what I was just wondering. Yeah, they're going to go to the right side there and put fresh rights on, and it looks like lefts as well, Marty.
Dave, on the stage 3 restart, Sheldon Creed started pretty far towards the front of the field, but then lost all of his track position. He was 16th when Sam McCauley said, do you want tires to try and come back up through the field? Sheldon said, I will leave it up to you. So they take that option. Fresh Goodyears for Sheldon Creed. Also Cole Custer here on pit road, still trying to fix the nose of that race car, but they did stay on the lead lap. They never got lapped one more time, got the free pass again, and actually they were racing in the top 10, even with that damaged race car. Jonathan Toney making the call to come down and fix that up a little bit more.
So the caution comes.
All right, caution is out. Let's listen to Allgaier, see if he's talking about anything here. Listen to Allgaier.
You're awesome.
Thank you. I don't know, Putnam 96. Thank you so much, DK Putnam 96, for subscribing. Keep hitting it. We're trying to get to 20,400 on the subs. And we're trying to get to 600 likes. We're almost there, and we'll go to 700 for this Xfinity race. We're going to choose here. Choose line coming up here for the boys. See what he chooses here. Inside or outside for Allgaier? Tony, what's up? Omar, thank you.
You're awesome.
Jesse Love going behind Allgaier. It's going to get good. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. So we can get to 20,400. That's our goal for the rest of this race. That's your guys' goal. And then 700. 27 to go here. 27 to go in this WAWA 250. Costa still has a chance. He does. Anything can happen here at Daytona. That looks pretty good. The donut November, the NV. Hot donuts and fresh lemonade. Yeah. Take that. Take some food right there. Anybody getting hungry?
I heard.
Would that be something? Who's in that 74? Tim Vaines. Tim Vaines is in that 74. I'm really surprised Junior has just never grabbed him to drive for him. Who are you talking about? Pasta? 70 reported tired of turning left. All right, we go. Green flag.
Here we go, green flag. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys.
Lake Lloyd.
I did.
Somebody threw you in?
I'm telling you.
Almost had
not
to.
on purpose.
Well, I didn't want to.
I had to drag him out.
It was a triathlon. All right, let's get ready. 27 to go. And Truex on the inside, Allmendinger on the outside. Green flag back in the air.
Thank you for that subscribe as well. Biff. Oh, this is not. Oh, these guys are bumping.
Momentum built up, and Parker Kligerman's going to try to help that 16 clear.
Those two have been connected all night long. We talk a lot about building trust and who are you going to work with and who's your partner. Well, Parker Kligerman and A.J. Allmendinger, they have been connected every opportunity they have.
Watch Allgaier come through this field.
Back with a little side draft
hey,
in there.
Isothermal, this is my show. I do what I want.
I feel like Ryan Segan, that 39 car, the outside lane, I feel like he kind of rode around the first part of this race. He is not riding around
Smell a big
anymore.
one coming.
Before that caution came out, he was the most aggressive race car driver.
Go Creed. Look at Allgaier going on the outside.
We'll see what Allgaier's going to do with this little move. He goes to the inside. Will he make it 3 wide? He does.
So
Love
Parker,
DW.
most of the night has been stuck to the outside. He's got stage
with arms
points,
wide open.
been very confident in the outside. This time, Kim, he went to the bottom.
And you guys mentioned Parker Kligerman working with A.J. Allmendinger. Here's the conversation on the 48 radio about that pairing.
I'm not sure that you and the 16 can beat these guys together, okay?
No, I know what to do. I just was playing more the little bit of defense there.
That's
I don't know if
Kligerman.
I can make them work with us. It's just going to take some big moves.
Last minute pick. All right,
So
Troy.
you heard the doubts from crew chief Patrick Donahue, but it sounds like driver Parker Kligerman knows what he has to do, and we have not seen what this duo can do together here tonight.
Holding the cards close to his vest is what Parker Kligerman pretty much said to us there.
Oh, they put Chandler Smith in the middle.
Scroll up. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
He didn't protect the bottom enough. You have to play defense. You can't let him get underneath you off of 4.
Creed also was in the middle. Now he jumps in behind Jesse Love, that number 2 just in front of him. As they're working by the 38 of Matt DiBenedetto.
Whoa! Parker had his hands full right there.
Thank you so much, Rob.
Toyota's working together on the bottom now.
And it's also in Florida too, D. Wilson, and it's going to be here in Tennessee
This
soon.
is the most dominant I have seen the bottom lane in quite some time at Daytona, Jeff. Even when they line up
Look
top,
at Fast
other than that short
Pasta.
little stint, the bottom has been able to recover and find some momentum.
P7.
24 to go. Everybody knows it's go time. Contact.
Jesse Love gets turned around.
Dang, I missed it.
31 also
There you go.
involved. The 9 of Brandon Jones. The 27 of Jeff Burton.
Oh.
And a lot of steel gets messed up here in turn 1.
I saw wreck.
Jesse Love.
And I
Sure
clicked
saw
over
him in this wreck.
as fast as I
Custer
could.
Also, yeah, we're on board with him.
Yeah, remember Jesse
Sammy
Love.
Smith.
He's in this battle to make the playoffs.
Oh.
It's all rear damage.
Custer again.
I'm sorry, Sammy Smith.
A lot of sparks coming out from behind that car. There's Matt DiBenedetto. We saw a lot of these cars run in that middle line. Parker Retzlaff, he's got the window net down, about ready to climb out of that car.
Just going to see right here. It kind of gets.
Thank you, Carson. You're welcome.
In the back. Little bit of movement. Push gone wrong. 8 goes around, catches Jeff Burton, which pushes a bunch of cars to the bottom. The 31 back up the racetrack. Pretty hard contact with the right rear and the right
Thank
front.
you, iced. Appreciate you.
Saw the 0-0 Cole Custer involved.
Well, there you have it. Basically, Jeff Burton offset to the right rear quarter of the 9, barely.
What's up, David
And then
Farmer?
The 8. Then the 8 gets taken 3 wide,
Jeff
which
Burton
ends up being
around.
4 wide. That was a great replay.
And here's Jesse Love across the racetrack.
Thank you, Dean.
The hits just keep coming.
Yeah, wrecks seem to last forever.
That was Cole Custer that he pulled right up behind.
And remember, this is about 190 miles per hour.
You're right here. You see the 27. He's trying to get to the outside of the 8. The 8's top 3 wide with the 81, and there's just not enough room for the 8 to come up. And I can't say from this angle what's behind the 27, right? There might be someone right behind him. Jeb might not want to be that far up. Well, here you go. He has a little gap back.
Oh, yep.
So basically what's happening is the 27 and the 81 are splitting the 8. The 8 comes up to the right, catches the front bumper of the 27, and that's where the wreck starts.
Yeah, so how much damage does Sammy Smith have? You see contact with the wall, but did anybody else hit him?
Not yet. Nobody flipped yet.
Great job right there.
Sheldon Creed, wow. And I'm not so sure the 0-0 ends up getting any damage here. I think he just ends up
I
having
think
to
Sheldon
stop.
Creed spun Jesse Love.
He got into the side of the 38.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you,
awesome.
NW.
Riding along with Jeb.
Almost there to our goal of 20,400.
Everybody knows, right? You're inside 25 to go.
You're awesome.
They're all looking for
Thank
some
you
real
so
estate.
much,
When you get
Daniel.
stacked 2 and 3 wide, you have to
I know
almost
that name.
create a different line to try to move through heavy damage on the 8 right
Is
front.
that the
not
Daniel
turning.
that I know?
Marty.
If you are,
Rick
speak up.
Adam Wall has asked Sammy
I think I know
Smith
that
to
name.
shut the car off as they try to fix the right front, but it's going to be a healthy repair here as damage control for the 8 team. They were in a position where they were right at the cut line with Ryan
Everyone is
Sieg
doing a great unit so
virtually
far. We're having a great
tied
time,
or
Jason.
1 point behind, depending
Trying
on
to
what
get to
lap
700
it was,
likes,
and now
y'all. Hit that like
all the
button for
damage
us.
here to the 8 car. So obviously massive implications here for the Xfinity Series playoffs. If they can get this 8 fixed and try and complete
Jesse
as many
Hammer.
laps as they can, they could earn more points. But there you see right now, 18 below the cut line for Sammy Smith.
And we want to remind you, different schedules for the Xfinity Series and the Cup Series. Cup Series, they've only got 2 races to go before the playoff starts. The Xfinity Series still have 4 races remaining before the end of the regular season and the playoffs get underway.
I said wrong in my preview
A lot of
vlog
work
then. I'm
going
sorry about that.
into that 8 car.
What
Well,
position
this
is
year's
SVG?
When points get close,
25th
you don't want to be
for
here.
SVG.
When you have ground to make up, you love
Oh,
coming
yeah.
here
Oh, I
because
knew it was
these
you,
things
buddy.
can happen. But This is the thing that
I think
Sammy
that's
Smith
you.
and this team,
I don't
they
know,
didn't want.
but welcome in,
you know,
Daniel.
They just can't afford to be in these
I know
accidents.
Daniel Silva, so.
Remaining 4 races, Darlington next week, then it's Atlanta. Again, Atlanta has now become a drafting racetrack, even though it's a 1.5 miles. Watkins Glen, the road course, and then Bristol.
And you know, the night race at Bristol is always so calm. Nothing ever goes crazy there. That's quite a finish to their regular season.
More damage to the 00 as he is stopped on pit road, and they continue
I don't
to
think
work
so,
on
Matthew.
that car. He had just gotten his lap back.
All right, so we're riding along with Allgaier because I want to see if he can go. Can Pasta and Allgaier just go through the field here? The 5 and the 7 hook up. We're watching Custer. He's had a bad night so far. I think so too, Lloyd. It's going to be something if these guys can go to the front. Awesome to hear that. Everyone have a great rest of their evening. I'm going to jump off here. I'll have to go to work tomorrow morning and also be celebrating my 40th birthday. Everybody wish my man Jason in the chat happy birthday, Jason. Yes, we just had the big one. A lot of cars involved. Can't subscribe because my screen is cracked where I hit it. It's okay, Jara. It's all good. It's all good. But thank you guys so much. Hit that like. We're trying to get to 700 likes. It'd be cool if we got to 1K tonight on the likes. That would be pretty crazy. Happy 40th, man. That's awesome. Too bad you got to work, though. That's the bad part. You got to work on your birthday. But thanks, guys, so much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be doing this tomorrow night. Hopefully the weather works out. No, I'm not signing off. I'm not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. I can't believe the aerial cam's not on tonight. The weather's perfect. Let's listen to the 7 again.
Maybe 4. Stop it.
Listen to this.
You're awesome.
On that?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Clay, for the subscribe.
Yeah. It's 3 in front of me. Oh, more coming. There you go. I like it. Okay, there we go.
All NASCAR races should be night races.
Lowe won at Portland last year on his way to capturing that second series title.
Nobody's coming to pit road.
Sunday. Pit road is open, and let's see if anyone is going to take this opportunity with coming up on 20 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, I'm just not sure unless I had a really ill-handling race car or some other situation. I'm not sure I would come to pit road.
Yeah, that's true. You're watching the live broadcast? Yeah, anybody can watch these cameras, guys, on NASCAR.com. Anybody can watch them. So
it's been a long night for
if
Sam
you don't like how
Mayer and
big
Marty
the screen
Lindley,
is
they're
here,
come down pit
you can
road.
watch
The
it on
car is
another
really not
platform,
handled
another
quite the way
phone
that
or whatever.
Sam Mayer has wanted after the issue in qualifying earlier today.
Wish Earnhardt could
and where they
slingshot
were,
past
they're gonna come in
everyone.
and try and take tires here. They were 16th at the time, so you got to wonder, Dave, if these fresh Goodyear tires will help them maybe come through the field a little bit better.
Team 97 had a set left, so they said, let's bring it down. Let's make one more adjustment. Let's put 4 fresh Goodyear tires
it does,
on
Michael.
there and see what
Everything.
Shane can do. Remember, tonight is all about learning for this driver who is so
you guys want to become members as well, use those emojis in the pin
especially
message.
this type of racing. You can see now working on the left side for that final little adjustment, trying to get the car right for Shane Van Gisbergen.
It all really hit home, Rick, on the radio from the last Speedway race. They told SVG he's 3 feet off your bumper, and he said, I don't know how far 3 feet is.
You got to speak in meters, my friend, from New Zealand. And again, this caution brings us to another restart when we return.
Come on now. All right. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight on the Go at CeeLo. What's happening here? Here we go. As we are in stage 3. The WAWA car in the top 10. There you go. 91 Kyle Weatherman and that 91 WAWA. I'm sorry I ain't paying memberships, but unless someone gives me one. It's all good, Jeff. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. They're there for the taking if you want one. If not, you can just put your numbers. Just put the number of the car you support. It's all good. But we appreciate everybody. Braves still winning? Oh my God, the Phillies are losing 6-1. The Royals? What the heck's going on with the Phillies? All right. Do you think Truex will win? Anybody's going to win this race, y'all. This is going to be a crapshoot. Anybody can win this race. Anything can happen. Where's the SVG qualify tomorrow? I'm not too sure about that. Someone look that up. Rolls have been much better. CeeLo, how many OTs in this race went to overtime? I'm going to go 1 overtime. Just 1. You're a Pirates fan. Please send your sympathy. Yeah, what happened to that pitcher? He was doing so well. What happened to him? 31st, I believe. So SVG starts 31st tomorrow. Almost at 700 likes, y'all. Thank you guys. We're at 2,100 folks in here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Rick says it's Daytona. You can pick a car, but that's anyone's race. That's right. I mean, just look at it. Alfredo hit the wall. He's all taped up, and he's in P7. I wish they would show Alfredo's pit and we could see Tom. Who gets the pole for the Cup race tomorrow? Decado. It is Michael McDowell. The Front Row Motorsports team is on the front row. 1-2. They don't call them Front Row Motorsports for nothing. So we're going to go back to green here very shortly. We're going to watch Allgaier and hopefully Fast Pasta work together here. All right. Jesse Love there on the pit road. Here you go. All right, y'all. Pull those belts tight. See, I hope Kyle Busch wins tonight. Not tonight, tomorrow. Front row finally living up to their name. That's right. Where you at there? All right, here we go, y'all.
On the outside, Parker Retzlaff in that 31.
And just for my man.
Here we go, green flag. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys.
Can it get more chaotic?
Yes, for sure.
That was a very quick answer.
It was quick. Didn't even have to think about it.
Oh, yeah. Look at all the cars still out there, Rick.
Okay, we're going to hang right here.
There's a few.
All right, Fast Pasta, lead the way.
And Ryan Truex is behind Allmendinger as we go back to green with 18 laps remaining.
What happened to the camera?
Quickly, Allmendinger comes down and covers that 48 of Kligerman.
Yeah, seem pretty organized, working together, smart.
Are the spotters talking to each other to make that move?
Yeah, it looked to me like it was a plan, and they knew that the 48 was going to allow the 16 down.
Gonna get wild.
Look at the big push at the bottom. Alfredo's giving the 39.
Whoa, that's an aggressive block by Kligerman.
And that's why it's going to get more crazy, Rick. You asked, could it get more chaotic? Because the runs will be bigger and the blocks later.
Come on now.
Allmendinger has had seasons where he's won 5 races.
Who am I going to cheer for? I don't know, man.
Multiple seasons in the
That's going to be a tough
series,
one.
But this year, he has not been able to find.
What happened to Austin Hill? He wrecked on the first lap.
Takes the lead away from him.
What a move by Truex.
There's my man, Riley Herbst.
From Sieg behind him. So Truex had help from Sieg. Sieg drops
I'll have to
all
refresh
the way
this
back.
next commercial.
Almost 3 car lengths behind the 20. Sieg is close to that cut line. He's
Brendan
only 22 points ahead of Smith.
26 for Brendan Poole. 26.
If you make the wrong move right here and you go hung out, it could be the end of your race. I know it's 16 to go. That seems like forever, but you want to be aggressive.
I'll have to refresh this camera.
Try to get yourself in position, but if you
push him, son.
Out for you and you
come on, Alfredo.
Get 3 wide on the outside.
Go Fast Pasta.
You have to be willing to make the aggressive move when it's time. You have to be willing to block.
Well, there's a move, big move to the middle by Alfredo. The 7 of Allgaier jumps in line.
Look
with
at
him.
Fast Pasta.
So look what happened to Sieg. Like that in a second.
Let's go, Fast Pasta.
5 rows.
And Allgaier, after winning the first and the second stage, got cycled back a little bit, but here he is working his way back to the front.
Oh, you're welcome,
Anthony
Brett.
Alfredo in this 5 car.
Talked about him at the start of the show. He has shown that this type of racing suits him.
Come on, Fast Pasta.
A week
Stop
ago
freezing
at
on me,
Michigan
camera.
with the same package. And then a 3rd at Talladega earlier this year. Dave.
Rick, when they come to big races like this,
Keep
they
that
put
subscribe.
aside
Hit that
their
like
motor
button,
that
y'all.
they own,
Show
and
your
they lease a motor
appreciation.
from ECR. Yes, he's got the big lease motor.
Almost
this
to
weekend, and he's showing that
20,400.
The horsepower is working in the 5 car.
Evil God Pasta.
Some of these smaller teams, they cannot afford an A motor program for the whole year. So they get that engine on racetracks they think they can win on.
And again,
Hey, Our Motorsports.
Not lock bumpers.
Pasta's running for Our Motorsports.
To just bump this 5 of Alfredo.
So ride along with Allgaier. Just listen to the throttle. He had to get out of the throttle multiple times to keep from spinning the 5 car.
Ryan Truex is just in front of that 5.
Rick is coming. Just hold it, Fast Pasta. I know my man Kenneth Fox is out there cheering on Fast Pasta right now. P2!
Alfredo
You're welcome,
moves
Bob.
to the outside. Truex covers him. Now Alfredo's going to have a run on the outside. Let's see if Truex will slide back in front of him as Allmendinger is pushing Alfredo.
You need to get back. Look at that push.
Joe Graff, that car on the outside. He made a move. It didn't work out. He lost a lot of positions.
Pasta made a great
good
move.
Save.
Great play.
Once again, that asphalt. No grass down there helped keep that from being a wreck.
I want it live. Come on.
Sam Mayer in the 1. SVG in the 97.
Back in front with Allgaier again and Pasta.
You're awesome.
Thank you, Casey Gage.
And now 12 laps to go.
12 laps to go, y'all.
Allmendinger pushing the 20 of Ryan Truex.
Ryan Truex.
Alfredo in that 5 car, he ran 3rd at Talladega in April. So he's been up front at these speedway races. Look at this big move. Another group of cars. Thankful that that's paved, Jeff. That would have been a splitter gone. And a
Oh
yellow
my
flag
gosh,
for sure
y'all.
in years past.
Push him. Push him. Let's go.
And I believe that was the one of Sam Mayer that went down there on that new asphalt.
Go to the front, Pasta.
And
Yeah,
so
I'm doing
Alfredo
it, man.
leading the inside line.
Pablo, I'm doing it tomorrow. This is not the broadcast. We're watching NASCAR.com.
12 laps to go. Truex in that 20 car. Now 11 to go.
Almost,
he
yep.
knows to win this race, he is going to have to make
wipes.
a ton of aggressive blocks. He is looking in his mirror the entire time. Spotter's giving him information, what the outside lane is
My
doing,
gosh.
what the inside lane is doing. That's his whole race, is block when you can, like this right here. But now that big run on the outside, I think they're alongside him.
Night race at Sears Point. Oh, my gosh.
Kligerman has worked well with Allmendinger. Allmendinger out front. He now is in control of this race.
You're awesome.
As he goes down.
Thank
to
you
get in
so
front of
much,
the 20.
Gage.
Anthony Alfredo gets hung out. He
Yeah.
is down in the middle.
Big mistake by the 5. He kind of was indecisive, got up a lane.
You can't give the bottom of this racetrack up.
106
awesome.
starts.
Come
for
on,
Anthony Alfredo.
Pasta.
Best finished with 3rd a couple times, and you can see just quick, really in just a blink.
Thank you so
He
much
gets
for
shuffled
the
out.
subscribe, Craig.
And no opening, either up or down. Now he slides up to the high line.
The top's getting organized. This 20 and the 7 needs to be very,
He'll be
very
back up
careful as
there.
The 5's not done. From backing up to going forward, a huge run for the 5.
Alfredo said, hey, watch this. I'll get a little momentum up high, and I'll use it down low.
We talk about the draft being the equalizer, but certain cars are better, and that Our Motorsports Camaro has pace.
What's
it
up,
gets a
NC
little
Matt?
shove, and it just really runs.
You said it, though. That outside lane is starting to form up.
I think Allmendinger, Kligerman, and Hertz being patient with one another. 1, 2, 3, 9 to go. They
Thank
want
you
to
for
get this
watching
thing
from
inside
Australia,
2 or
Craig.
3 to
Thank
go
you for
and
watching,
settle
buddy.
amongst themselves.
Oh, it's going to get weird here, y'all.
These guys want the opposite. Big run right here by Allgaier. Look at the push.
WAWA P5. Look at him right there.
It's going to be better down the straight. When they get to the corner, it's going to change. Watch Allgaier drive to the 20 rear bumper. That's going to drive the 20 fast into the corner. Look at the ground they make up.
And look at the players. That 91 of Kyle Weatherman, I don't remember seeing him up front really at all today. That black and red car, 5th in line up top. The WAWA paint scheme. Title
9 to go, y'all. 9 to go.
Automobile.
Oh, Kligerman.
And now 8 laps to go.
Come on, Herbst. Push him now. Push him, Herbst.
Things are going to pick up intensity-wise. Here comes Kligerman. He looks to the bottom of the racetrack. Allmendinger covers him. Now Truex goes high.
All right, Kligerman got aggressive right there. Most of the
Golly,
race,
8 to go.
Calm. He's been kind of conservative, but right there, he went
Oh,
for it.
Truex.
Now he's getting a push from Allgaier. Allmendinger comes down to get in
Hit
front
that
of
like
him.
button for us. Subscribe, y'all.
As everybody keeps blocking, Ryan Truex at the 20 keeps gaining positions.
How about Riley Herbst? Wasn't long ago, we thought his night might be over.
Catch
with
fence,
traffic
here we
contact
come.
on pit road.
Oh, my
He's
gosh.
running on the outside line. In that second row. Chandler Smith in the 81 is right here in contention.
You can just see
Allgaier
how the pushes
all over
increase, the back of the
Kligerman's back
cars become
bumper.
unstable. A lot more movement.
My.
Get a little bit tighter, a little bit closer together. Now that inside line. Here's Allgaier pushing, bumping, 48.
Big one coming.
It looks so calm when they're spaced out.
Sheldon Creed at the back of that
Gosh,
picture. He's
man.
been trying to make it 3 wide. Keeps trying to work the middle.
3 wide behind Creed.
No way they're making it. That's right, Kenneth. I feel bad for Possible.
4
though.
cars in front of this pack. We'll see if they get out of the way.
It's so close. He's still there, though.
Allmendinger in control.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Pasta.
Outside line with a little momentum.
Oh, it is.
The big one's going to happen. The 5 of Alfredo was involved. Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 26 is caught up in this. Once again, Jeremy Clements in the 51.
Dang.
Looks like the 45, the hood up on that one. And Cesar Baccarella gets the window net down.
You could see it was getting ready to happen.
WAWA.
Guys are starting to push each other
Thank
more.
you, Cleveland. What's going on, man? Thank you so much.
There's Jeremy
Thank you guys for getting us to 400. We're almost at 800 likes.
Josh
Help us get
Balicki
to
in the
800
WAWA.
likes.
Paint scheme on that 92. You see the smoke rolling out.
That'll
from
do it
underneath
for
the hood.
Alfredo.
Completely filled up his driving area. AMR safety crew to these guys.
Still, if you race ends before
All these
the
are big
break-ins,
impacts.
no,
You know,
I'll probably
you
sign
forget.
off.
We get so accustomed to watching these wrecks. You
Green,
forget
white
how fast
checker
they're
again?
going.
The 5's backing up quickly. I'm not sure if he has an issue. And as the stack up happens, the 26 gets kind of checked up. The 45 gets in the back of the 26. I don't know if the 5 has a flat right here, if he just gets loose. 26 goes left to miss him.
Someone went down off the.
26 hit hard on
Who
that
was
outside
it?
wall.
The
He goes
26
back up
went
here.
off.
Nobody
He got
stops
spun
him.
by the 45.
Bam, right there.
Yeah, it's that quickly things
SVG
happen.
also involved in this.
Holly, what's up, girl?
Anthony Alfredo, a few minutes ago,
you got what you
was
wanted.
He had a
That's right,
chance to win this race, and now his night's over.
So close. He could have gotten out of that.
26.
SVG involved as well.
And as many cars are involved in the cleanup that it's going to take, Steve, could we get to overtime with this?
Well, we absolutely could. It's 4 to go right here. We haven't heard anything from NASCAR about stopping them, and it looks to me that it's going to take at least 3 or 4 laps to get this cleaned up. So we're going to be going to overtime. And, you know, we said fuel wasn't an issue because they can go over 40 laps, but I think they should still be okay. It comes down to where they're doing their homework under yellow, right? We've had 14 laps of yellow, so if the drivers were shutting the car off and cycling, they should have saved some gas along the way. Anthony Alfredo sits in his pit box. Let's listen in on the radio.
I think I had a right rear start going down. It was like the right rear was flat when I came off at 2, went into 3, and then I got run over. It's all good, man. Just try to get into it.
That makes sense, because I mentioned the 5 looked like he was backing up. I saw the back of the car moving around, but there's not a lot of air in the middle. It could have just been a handling issue, but now we thought he had a tire going down.
And how much damage does this 5 have? You know, I said his night was over, and obviously that was a quick call on my part. They're still trying to get this car fixed. There's a lot of time left in this race. We've seen an overtime finish could go for quite a ways.
7 cars involved.
All right, so you're welcome, guys. You're so welcome. Appreciate all the love tonight. 2,600 folks in here watching this race. Hit that like. We're trying to get to 800 likes. We're almost there to that. And keep on hitting that subscribe. Could we get to 20,500 on the subs tonight before this is over? We are getting down to the nitty gritty, and it's just going to get even worse, y'all, with this craziness. So your pick is third. I told you, Riley Harps, man. He's right there. And Vance Pasta, he could get back in there. He's not going to, he might be a lap down, though, probably. Riley Harps, P3, my pick. The spotters have been working good for Herps tonight. Thanks, man. Rock, your commentary is unmatched. Thank you, Kendrick. I appreciate it. I try my best. We have a good time. Y'all make it fun. I mean, if there was nobody in here, it wouldn't be fun at all. So y'all are the ones that make it fun, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. We're gonna be doing this same thing tomorrow night, same way. Hopefully, we have an aerial cam tomorrow night. But you do it, bruh. So we'll see what happens here. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, I got a cup and a new Halloween blanket. Nice, Jeff. Oh, boy. 832 on the likes. We're almost to 900. Martin Truex Jr. tomorrow for last time at Daytona. That would be nice for him to win. Hello, Unspilled Kool-Aid. Sam. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Wumbo. Thank you, Rockies. Appreciate y'all subscribing to the channel. You're gonna love this channel. We got a red flag right now as we're parked. Red flag. I'm gonna get up and stretch.
7 o'clock. That's NBC and Peacock at 7:30. Cup Series racing, and it's live coverage of every green flag lap. Stage 2, embedded with Austin Dillon and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Those 2 teams. Marty.
Let's chat with Chris Rice, the president of Colleague Racing, and your driver, A.J. Allmendinger's done a fantastic job tonight. Alex Johnson's done a great job calling the race as well, but I thought he didn't like restrictor plate racing, Chris. What's up with him dominating the race tonight?
He hates them. I don't know. Everything he hates, he's really, really good at besides golf. I don't know if he's really good at that right now, but no, it's been a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody at Colleague Racing, you know, Campers Inn RV. I mean, Josh Williams is doing a wonderful job. SVG's had his troubles tonight, but yeah, AJ's done amazing tonight. I don't know if he took a playbook from when we won here years ago, but it's been fun to watch for sure.
I was going to ask you, how have you guys sort of rediscovered the magic you had here a few years ago, because it's sort of been absent the last few races at Daytona and Talladega?
I got to give a lot of credit to the shop. You know, Lenny Chandler, everybody's worked really hard at listening to me complain and raise Cain at the shop and be really mad about how slow we've been. And they worked really hard. Everybody at RCR,
Justin, and Gonzo.
We're fit to go welcome, make it welcome back to where it needs to be. You know, Richard Childress, myself, Matt Collick. Thanks to Matt Collick for letting us do this. But we're gonna get welcome back on the mat because we know our Cup side's not been good, and we know our Xfinity side hasn't been good. But we're gonna turn this ship around. I promise you.
It's been a good night for Collick Racing so far. A.J. Allmendinger in a very good position. Meanwhile, it's been a rough night for Cole Custer. He's out of the race. Moments ago, Kim caught up with him.
Before Michigan, Cole Custer had a 56-point lead in the regular season standing. Now back-to-back weeks
so much for subscribing,
unfortunate finishes, which has huge implications on the regular season point standings. How would you summarize tonight?
Oh, it was frustrating for sure. I mean, got caught up on pit road. Just got some damage there, and then we fought real hard getting it back up there, and just got caught up in that next wreck. They wrecked high, and I was trying to go low, and we ended up just getting a part of it. And I hate it for Fantic and everybody involved. I wish we could have had a strong run tonight, but we'll just move on to Darlington. This is a really weird stretch for Xfinity Series right now with so many speedways, so we'll just get our feet under us at Darlington.
Cole Custer looking to turn his luck around after 2 bad weeks.
And a huge swing in the regular season point standings. Again, at the end of the regular season, whoever's the regular season champion, they get 15 playoff points. If you finish second, you get 10. Third is 8, and then a point all the way down until you're 10th in regular season standings. But Allgaier now 33 points ahead of Cole Custer, where we had heard Cole Custer had over a 50-point lead over Allgaier 2 races ago.
Yeah, and we showed the schedule coming up right here in Atlanta. We have Bristol. So this Xfinity Series has quite the stretch here with 4 remaining races to solve who's going to win the regular season championship. I had mentioned that there was yet to be a red flag, and I was wondering
900 likes, y'all.
Why we need a red flag, and then I saw this. It looks like the Sahara in turn 4. So NASCAR obviously feel the safest way with vision is to
just try to
stop
win a
the
game.
cars, and I see why now that the track's covered. I brought that up just because you asked about fuel, and fuel is close, and I've heard fans both ways say, we should red flag it so they don't run out of gas. I totally disagree. I think you have to ride the cars around, and if you can't save gas, you can't. But when the cleanup necessitates a red flag, it makes perfect sense.
And before this red flag came out, Kim caught up with Parker Retzlaff.
Parker Retzlaff was part of that melee. Parker, what happened?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's just been such a disappointing year for everyone here at the Funkway 31 car, and I don't know. It looked like I don't know if Jeb was pushing Sammy or what. And suddenly there was a car in the fence, and I tried to slow down and turn left, and then I got a little bit of right front damage, and I was suddenly hooked, and I was going up the racetrack, and I hit the wall, and then came back down, and I think it was Cole or somebody was coming back up, and I hit it, ran into him while I was still wrecking and out of control, and it's just, I don't know, it's just such a disappointing year for everyone on the Funkway Chevy. It's just, I feel like we had a really good car. I mean, I rode in the back there and just kind of tried to buy my time 20th, and just, I was up to probably 14th there, and I felt like our middle line was surging some run, and I feel like I was going somewhere, and it just all comes to an end in a quick hurry at a place like this. So we're going to keep fighting, but it's definitely been a disappointing year.
So there's been numerous drivers that have ended this night
2-2,
not happy.
bottom of the ninth.
And
Francisco,
thank
you.
That list has to be Cole Custer because of the regular season points.
Turn
he has
2
continued
or
to
was
lose.
it turn
Now,
4?
He's locked into the playoffs, but those playoff points are so important as they want to advance through the rounds. Kim.
It's been a great night for Justin Allgaier, who has swept the stages. They started the race, too, with a good sense of humor. There were some pre-race jokes told on the radio, and now that we're under the red, they've pulled the joke books back out. Listen to the radio.
Oh, got any more jokes? What do you call a fake noodle? I got nothing. An imposter. Is that an Anthony Alfredo joke or what?
Oh!
The last caution.
So, again, things remain lighthearted for that 7 team as they look to defend their win from last year at Daytona.
Rick, you never bring any good dad jokes to the booth.
I think if we dogging our boy from really Fast Pasta.
Oh, boy. By the way, I'm not thinking of any.
Well, no, these were always the awkward times for me on top of the pit box.
I'm going to dog our boy Fast Pasta.
In the flow of the race, you kind of figure it out. And if there's something to discuss, like the upcoming restart or the push,
nothing
or
yet,
what you need
Davey.
to do, but I mean, this is really just waiting, right? You know what's coming up. You're just waiting for the overtime.
Kim.
Cesar Vaccarella was part of that big incident, took a big hit. Are you okay, and what can you tell us from your seat and point of view?
I'm perfectly fine, just aggravated. Really tight racing. I think it was 5 to go. It's inches. 28 came down. I think he thought he was clear, and there's just not enough room. And unfortunately, I tried tapping on the brake, but got in the back of him. Just not enough room. It's very tight racing, and that's what I saw in front of me.
So again, disappointed drivers that are out of this race early. We have been approved to chat with Ryan Truex in the 20, and so Jeff, dial him up on the radio.
Hey, Ryan, it's guys up in the booth. You with us?
Tim, I got some inside sources to Fast Pasta.
All right, led 23
cool
laps
with Fast
tonight.
Pasta.
Only a few left to go. What are you going to have to do to make this work?
Back porch driver, thank you so much.
Man, just got to keep picking the right lanes. It's just really tough to control this race. Both lanes have so much momentum. Seems like at all times. Really, Tyler up on the spotter stand doing most of the work. I'm just steering where he tells me to. So the GR Super is super fast. Just happy to be here, happy to drive it. I don't get to do this often, so to lead some more laps and be running up front and get good TV time is always fun.
Now, you talk about not doing it a lot. You don't run a full schedule. So how do you make up for that lack of experience on this last restart?
Just send it, see what happens.
That's a good plan. Good luck, bud. Have fun.
Grandma watching NASCAR with YouTube community. Thank you,
This
Nina.
is just his 8th race this year.
Good to have you here.
And as I mentioned earlier, one at Dover. One of the
Keeping my
drivers that
pick.
has taken
All
the
right.
22
I'm
victory
going
lane.
Herb still.
I think the tough decision for him is
maybe
who does he want behind
Castell.
him, right? So what lane is he going to pick? Trying to get the guy behind him that he wants that can be the best pusher. Because you have to get the
Cucumber
lead.
man.
The way I think about it, Steve, is I want to, no matter what, I want to be leading when that white flag comes out. Because so many times we see a caution come out on that last lap and the race
Kenneth
is over.
Fox is going to get to meet
I know a lot
Fast
of people are
Pasta in
like, don't get
Atlanta
the lead too early,
and
but
sit in his pit
I want that
box.
lead as quick as I can get it.
Well, we have seen the 16 and the 48 working together, and Parker Kligerman had said that he might not be showing all of his cards. Let's dial him up on the radio and see if we can chat with Parker and find out what his strategy is going to be.
Hey, Parker's the booth guys. You with us?
Got you, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great up here. How you doing in there?
I'm having fun. I feel like we've kept ourselves in position this whole night. I'd like to go finish it off.
Yeah, you've done a great job of getting points and getting in a good position, being smart. So how do you take all that experience and make it work for you here in a short run?
Jeff, I don't know. I don't want to say, I've got it mapped out in my head, but I've got an idea of how I'd like this to play out. What I think it's, what's going to lend the best chance to being across the start-finish line first. But it's been crazy out here, man. The pushes are massive. The lanes are pretty equal. Those Toyotas are stupid fast. And AJ and I have done our best
I don't know
against that
yet.
Armada with ECR offense. But it's been tough. But if we can get a good restart here and, just put ourselves in position, that's what we've done all night. And hopefully it plays out how I want. I don't know. I've stayed pretty locked in. I've stayed pretty, just in the zone here. So I'm going to try and do that, go finish this off.
Now, you mentioned how well you and Armendinger have worked. Is there anybody else out there that you feel like, you mentioned the Toyotas, but is there anybody else that you feel like if you see them make a run, you can go with them and help push them, which ultimately might get you the best finish possible?
Yeah, I feel like we've had a great push, car with our Spike Core Chevy here. It's been, right there in Fast Xfinity.
What's up, Corey? Good to see you.
I think the one behind
Go
me there,
Vols.
that number 7, he's pretty stout, right? So we've got some power up here. The 98 beside me, I'm sure I can push him, but we've been a really good pusher. I'd like to be that lead car coming off 4, so I've got to figure out how to make that happen. But definitely, we have some options. I think that, breaking up the Toyotas is important.
All right, buddy, we're going to let you get back to it. Focus. Have a good night.
I thought you were going to ask him maybe what he did with the tool they handed
Yeah, the
him.
wrench, because he was working on his mirror. He's multi-talented.
He's a driver. He doesn't even remember that wrench at this point.
Yeah, he said he was focused, and that's great. He's driven focused this entire race. You mentioned the points. He's already collected 11 points that he's taken to the
Cali.
bank
What's up,
because
Smith?
of
Good to
his
see you.
finishes in the first 2 stages, as the track cleaning crew still continues to try to get the fluid cleared up in turns 3 and 4. Will be overtime when we return to Daytona.
All right. Just to give y'all an update, our good friend Kenneth Fox, who won the 2 VIP passes that we gave away last week, he is able to go. He's got his flights booked, and he's going to be sitting in the pit box with Fast Pasta at the number 5 Dude Wipes. He's going to get to meet Fast Pasta. He's going to get some Fast Pasta merch, and he's going to have a good time. So him and his brother, I believe, are going to go to the Atlanta race. So congratulations again, Kenneth Fox. And then he's also decided that he's going to buy tickets for the NASCAR Cup Series race. So he's going to make a big full weekend of it in Atlanta. So congratulations again, Kenneth Fox, for the win on the thing. And Kenny Reagan, I need to get if you're watching, Kenny, I need to get your address from your son so I can send you some Larson stuff. So we're under caution right now. We're red flag. So awesome. Such a cool giveaway gift you gave out. Yeah, man. Oh, thanks. It was thanks to Tom, our good friend Tom, one of our mods. He's with Our Motorsports with Fast Pasta, and he is the one that delivered that to our channel, and we are gratefully grateful for him. He treated my son and I like VIPs at the national race, and we had so much fun. If you want to check out, we have vlogs on that too. So we have full vlogs on our Nashville weekend on our channel. So make sure you check that out if you haven't seen those yet already. We have a good time. So if you ever want to know what it's like to be in the pits, what Kenneth Fox is going to experience here in a couple weeks, make sure you check it out. We did a really good job with those.
1 point drove from 31st to 2nd in stage 2.
Yeah, he's done a really good job tonight. We've overcome adversity. This team's done a really good job of hanging in there and staying together. The pit crew's done good. Kid's done a heck of a job. We'll see what he has here on this last restart.
So we were talking this morning with Riley about how he's really worked on these super speedway races.
Like almost
and
900
all
likes.
That film work, all that study that you guys went through. Did you plan for what are we going to do in an overtime scenario?
Too many people for Digger.
Honestly,
Where's
it's hard
Gizmo
to plan
running?
for these overtime scenarios. It's usually every man for himself, and you just hope that somebody goes with you and the hole opens up and come into the checkered and try to make that move at the right time.
So, Steve, I would count it as a good day, right? If your driver gets spun on pit road, accidentally by a teammate, you thought you had a broken track bar, you recover from all that, to have a shot to win the race, it's not bad for the 98 team tonight.
That's a big roller coaster for 250 miles, right? It's a relatively short race, but the 98's done a really good job recovering. I think handling the adversity last week, right? A mistake, eliminate him from Michigan, and the way he handled his interview, the way they went through the week. I think Riley's doing a really nice job dealing with those situations.
My friend knows their owner
here, this
or
craziness
his
of a
son.
green white checker finish.
I'm not sure.
Think about what's in front
Yeah,
of
they
Riley
are great
Hurst.
people.
If he could potentially win here, 2 races ago, he won at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and then to come to Daytona
Thank you, Tom,
and have a shot
for
at the win
subscribing.
there. What a sweep that would be to win at both of those racetracks.
Yeah, huge confidence builder.
Let's get the 900 likes.
And I'm really interested to see what lane everybody picks. Going back to Ryan Truex, remember he won Dover
This is not the last
earlier
caution.
this year. He knows how to win
It's going to
races,
snow,
but it is
Mystical.
a disadvantage.
I'm calling
Look
it
what's
now.
lined up
It's
behind
snowing
him.
next February. at
Full-time
Baldwin.
drivers. Every single one is a full-time driver. They do this every week. They work with their spotter every week. So it is a much more difficult situation for Truex. And he's going to have some very difficult decisions to make, as everybody is. And when to block, what kind of push, who do you want pushing you? It's just it's very difficult to win these races anyway. But I think he does such a good job with the limited amount of
It's
runs
gonna
that he
snow.
gets.
A few cars near the back. Probably come in, make sure they're good on fuel.
All right.
Fix any damage. A lot of these cars.
44, the 53, the 9. That's the first commercial we've seen all night.
There's Jeff Burton in the 27. Do some little touch-up work there to the 27, and while they're working on that,
Good to
let's
see. I'm
listen
just going to
in
run this
on
commercial
98
because
radio.
we're going to need this shot.
Man, just be thinking about what you need right here.
Go put on a good show for these fans. Show them why we're here. Need a little help. I can't do this by myself. Yeah, do it for me.
You can do it yourself.
I'm going to give you
can do it, Riley
information
Herbst.
that I think you already knows, which is everybody's going to need some help. There's not a car here that's going to be able to pull off this pass or make this move. You're going to need somebody to go with
hit that like button for us. Almost the
thing is, when I hear
1K.
drivers
Can we
say,
get the
"I didn't
1K
have help,"
on
nobody
the
would
likes?
believe.
Help us get there.
Sometimes I think they look at it the wrong way. They're looking for help. What I like is when a driver forces the car behind him to help. You have no option. And you do that with positioning your car. You do that by running good all day long. You do that by getting a little lucky, right? Getting, it all has to kind of go your way. But if you look at, say, someone like the 7 who has won both stages, or the 20 who's led 23 laps.
Thank you, Red Fanatic.
You try to box that car in behind you, Jeff, and force them to go with you.
Commercials out of the way here.
Jeff, this is a racetrack, and we've seen it so many times, so many races, where you'll see a car setting up another one. Where does that start? Does that start on the backstretch? Does that start in 3 and 4? Because the passes that we see made in this front tri-oval, they're set up maybe on the other side of the racetrack.
Well, in this situation, you have essentially a 2-lap shootout. And it all starts with the guy behind you. How good of a pusher is he? What can he do leaving the restart zone? And then, depending on which situation you're in, if Truex gets out on a lead, he's got to decide which lane to block, right? And what lane he blocks also influences the run that's coming behind him. And sometimes the run comes because of what happens 3 rows back as they keep pushing each other. So it's a response to the things that are happening around you as much as it is you being ahead.
Like and subscribe.
Well, the 48 and 16 are nose to tail again. The 20 and the 98 will be nose to tail.
The other thing we saw with Anthony Alfredo a few laps ago, the recoveries come quicker. You could take the white and look like you're in the absolute wrong spot.
Your pick's still in 8.
1 and 2, fall back to that push you talked about, Jeff, right? And then the momentum, you can go from backing up to going forward in a mile and a half, which is, a half a lap here at Daytona.
So we talked about Ryan Truex has won already. He's not eligible for the playoffs. Allmendinger hasn't won yet this year, but is eligible. Parker Kligerman has not won yet this year. He's also eligible. As a matter of fact, Parker Kligerman has finished in every position from 2nd to 25th, but he's never finished in that number 1 spot yet. So
gonna get
Parker
dicey.
Kligerman trying to finish that one out. Marty.
Rick, as they come to the green, keep an eye on the driver's side of Ryan Truex's car. He has radioed a message to Riley Herbst to say, look out my window. I'm going to hand motion you when we're ready to go.
Gabriel,
Follow
thank
that
you so
motion.
much.
Let's get out in front of everybody else.
I just love Daytona, guys. I love it.
On the inside, when he puts his hand out the window,
the favorite track of all time.
Right behind him. When you're on the outside and you put your hand on the window, the guys in 3rd,
Thanks for liking the
5th,
video. I appreciate
they
it.
can also see that movement. This launch is so important, and they all know it.
And how aggressive do the side drafts start?
Come on.
It's Ryan Truex.
All right, here we go, y'all. One last time, hopefully.
Here we go. Green flag. 16. They make up.
Let's go racing, boys!
It is overtime. Presented by Credit One Bank. 2 laps from Daytona.
Come on, Herbst. Nope. Both of them? Come on.
Inside line with the advantage. A great
Come
push.
on.
And they stay close. All guys shoving Riley Herbst.
Come on, you cameras. Oh, my gosh. Are you?
Truex swings outside. Gets in front of the 16 of Allmendinger.
We're still good. 2 to go. We'll be back here in a second. Here we go.
Once they get the white flag, the next flag ends the race.
The dinger goes sliding through. Oh, he's going to go up. Oh, he got lucky.
White flag in the air. One more time around. Truex out front.
Truex is going to win this.
When does someone make a move? And right there, the 16's going to slide. He got a shove from behind. He's going to go back up the racetrack. He gets into the wall. The caution will come out.
Ryan Truex.
Ryan Truex is going to win at Daytona.
Unbelievable. And I'm sorry, guys, it went white screen on there.
Because that caution can end it. That's exactly what happened.
And we see it so many times. Ryan Truex, what a great job.
Everybody, really, really good job. Thanks for all the hard work on top of the roof there. That was a lot of talking.
Wow.
Talking about Tyler Green, his spotter for this race. He praised him when we talked to him on the radio during the red flag. This is what happened to the 16.
Watch the 48 car. He gets a big push right here. He goes to turn left. Right there. And there's contact, and a round goes on.
The digger went low. Wow.
Big push from behind to the
You're welcome, guys. I'm sorry about that last lap.
I'm not so sure that Parker wanted to be there as much as he was being forced there from behind.
And as Parker moves left on the bumper, we've seen you have to push very square. Once you get to the right to the left corner, the 16 either turns left to block or the car itself just spins. It makes it look like he's turning left. It's hard to know exactly if AJ was even in control at that point, much like you're saying about Parker.
Yes, I think Chandler's pushing Parker really hard. Sieg is pushing Chandler. They just all got stacked up.
And that's
you can get us to 1K likes before you leave, y'all.
Yeah, as soon as AJ started coming up the racetrack, NASCAR had to throw that caution. There were cars coming from behind him. So watch them all get stacked up. Look at all the push and shoving. All the way 5 or 6 rows back.
And Ryan Truex about to start his celebration right at the start-finish line.
Let's get some dislikes too. Hey, they helped the stream as well. We had 49 dislikes last week.
Ryan, the younger brother to Martin Truex Jr., and during Martin's retirement announcement, he mentioned he wants to help his younger brother out, give him opportunities. Well, there's another opportunity that Ryan Truex has capitalized on.
Oh, he turned it off quick tonight.
Lane, and now he's at the most famous stock car track in the world, Daytona International Speedway.
Night, guys. See if you can get us to 1K before you leave.
Toward the crowd
can you do it?
Goes Ryan Truex. He gets the checkered flag and now returns to the Supra that took him to victory lane. Kind of parked halfway on the apron, halfway on the banking here. That's actually quite a bit of skill. The car trying to hold in gear right now. Ryan has a 25% win average in 2024. 2 for 8 now, as he's won at Dover. He's won at the most famous racetrack in NASCAR. Ryan, what does this mean to you? You got it done tonight at Daytona.
I'm thirsty.
Yes, you are. Should be.
Oh my gosh, man. Thanks to these fans. It's so amazing to race here. I was in the Toyota suite earlier, and one of the guys in there, it was his birthday, and he said I would win on his birthday. I told him if I won, I'd shout him out. So shout out to you. I don't know which one he's in, but it's the Toyota suite. Just thanks to these guys, man. I don't get to race that often. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. It's all a work in progress, but just a great car. We've worked hard on our super speedway stuff. Daytona, Atlanta, I feel like we were behind the 8 ball, and we came here all qualified well, all raced well. Shout out to Tyler up on the roof. What an amazing spotter. He drove this car. I just turned the steering wheel. So thanks to him, Xfinity Internet, everybody at JGR, Toyota, TRD. I can't believe this. I felt good this week coming in, and I knew we'd have a shot. And I feel like every time I'm here, I just end up making a dumb mistake or get caught up in a wreck. So I'm just glad we finished one out.
How do you stay with it? Because the other drivers, they've had 22 races this year. You've had 8. How do you, and this is precision stuff, how do you do it?
I got to give a lot of credit to the sim group at JGR. I run a lot of sim laps during the week. That's my day job, basically, is driving the simulator at TRD. So I learn a lot on that. They've taught me a lot. Being able to look at Cup guys' data and video and what things they do. I've become a better driver in the past 3 years with these guys, racing less than I ever have, just because I've learned so much and just have such great people around me. So shout out to all those guys. I hope they're watching. And I'll be seeing them Tuesday at 7 a.m.
And credit to Ryan, that information gets passed along to all of his teammates. The Toyotas were fast tonight at Daytona, and Ryan Truex is a winner at the World Center of Racing.
And Parker Kligerman will come home just a little bit short. Top 5 finish, though, for you. When you got out of the car, I saw you slam your fist on the roof. What's the frustration? Take me through that last lap and what you need to do maybe differently.
I just feel like I've put myself in position time after time, and this race team has helped me do that. And in this moment, I'm going to see the replay here for the first time. I go left, and he tries to come with me. So I hate it. AJ and I mean, we were awesome. We were the best 2 that weren't Toyotas all day. And I just had a run, and I had to go, and I felt like it was a run I had to take to try and put myself on the bottom to win this race. I felt like the bottom was going to win it into 4. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know what to do there. So I hate it. I love him like a brother. You know, he and I have been in this for a long time together, and I don't want to turn someone like that. But I would have liked to have been able to finish on a green as well. You know, we had such a strong Spike Core Chevy, his fast Xfinity Internet, and it just – we did everything right. We never let a lap, but I got to think we were probably the most in the top 3. So we had a really strong car, strong night and overall. But, God, I just want to win one of these damn things so bad.
Frustrating, but to your point, it was a really good points night. You'll leave plus 44. How big is that for the team after the penalty incurred earlier in the week?
Oh, yeah, it's huge. You know, I mean, this was a big, important night. When it was a big opportunity. You know, last year we came in the worst position and had a big night. Something about Daytona in the summer I love, but I don't know. None of it feels like it even matters without a win. I got to win one of these damn races. This is ridiculous at this point. I just want to win.
Marty, this night feels bittersweet for Parker Kligerman.
We're going to grab a word with Chandler Smith, but first he's going to give Ryan Truex a big high five for the win there. Kind of walk us through that last lap, and you were pushing Parker when the 16 made the move on him.
Yeah, I was getting pushed from behind, just trying to time my run precisely to where I could have timed it right and still had enough forward momentum to poke bottom, and then it looked like the 16 started going to the bottom, and it just was all bad pushes at that same time. I was getting pushed from out back. There wasn't much I could do. I was already squirmy, so just extremely, extremely happy for everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing. I say this in a very nice way. We have not been good on super speedways for a very, very, very long time on the Xfinity program. And we went to Indy, was solid, had our break, went to Michigan, and was firing on all cylinders. And then we came here today and sat on the pole. That's huge for us. And now that we're sitting in victory lane, just a huge statement to all the men and women back at the shop. So just really, really fast, number 81, quick type products, GR Super. It was as fast as Xfinity Internet today. Just couldn't time my run good enough, and just wasn't meant in the cards for today.
He mentioned the turnaround for Joe Gibbs Racing. Ryan Truex mentioned it as well, but JGR clearly showed up here in Daytona, Dave.
Jordan Anderson has showed up twice at Daytona this year. Man, 6th today after a great run in February as well. How good does this feel?
Yeah, I'll take it. You know, to finish 4th here in February, to come here 6th now. I don't get to do this much, you know. I'm sitting on the pit box every week watching Jeb and Parker, and, you know, you guys at home, when I get a chance to do this, you got to make the most of it. So we had Volpe Foods jump on board. They're sponsoring me here in Talladega. These are my only 2 races I got left this year, and had Larry Mack back on the box. So what a phenomenal night.
Larry
you know,
Mack.
Here, they told me if you bring the car back clean, you can run Talladega. So I think other than maybe a few scratches, we're clean. So, but what a night. Had a lot of fun. A crazy race. I was really hoping, I saw whoever it was spun to the inside. I'm like, man, please let us get back to the checker, because you never know what could happen in 3 and 4. And we were like in a perfect spot to maybe jump the middle or go through there. But our entire team did a great job building a fast car, and it was good all night. I could go wherever I wanted to. And I hate Jeb and Parker got caught up there earlier in the night. But what a fun night. I mean, you see we got a sea of blue behind us with Volpe here. A lot of people here tonight. So it means a lot for them to be here to support me. And all you fans at home,
I'm excited. Maybe I can do a little more of this,
wow,
to get 2
AZ.
top 10s here at Daytona. I love this place. I remember when I first came here with my dad when I was 6, when the dog track was here. We camped out in the back of his Tahoe and made a weekend out of it. So anytime you come here, it's the history of the sport and everything here is just phenomenal. And appreciate all the fans that stuck through all the weather this weekend. And hope you guys at home like that, because that was a pretty crazy race, wasn't it?
We did like it. We look forward to seeing Jordan Anderson at Talladega. The owner wins in one of his cars. Or wins. It's like a win, Kim. 6th in one of his cars tonight.
Well, for the second straight week, Ryan Sieg and his team have a very solid night. 5th place finish here. What have you guys been building that we've seen this uptick in performance recently?
Yeah, no, we've just been chasing points. We've been doing executing stages 1 and 2 the past few races. And stage 3, we kind of fell off. We would have been a whole lot more ahead of the 8 with those other races, but you know what I mean. It's been great. We've been doing what we need to do, and then come out of here with a top 5 where we should be running. But finally, we've got some momentum. Hopefully, we can continue it. We've been running really well. Just got to keep executing and keep it there at the stage 3 and try to, I guess, point our way in and you know what I mean. Just do all we can do and try to win one of these races out of the before we start the playoffs. But all in all, great night for our Psyops Ford.
And maybe the most important part of the night, Marty, they hopscotch over that elimination line, now sit in that final playoff position.
I'm not sure where to start with this night for Riley Herbst. The spin on pit road when Cole Custer made contact with you, and then the drive back through the field in stage 2. How would you describe this evening?
Yeah, it was kind of like our season so far. Marty just up and down. I'm really proud of everybody on the 98 team. We just weren't that good the first stage. Second stage, we got it better, and we had that incident on pit road, like you said. And third stage, I thought we were going to have a shot at it, but we still just were a little too bound up, too tight in the center, and we need a little bit more pace here on these plate tracks. So hopefully we'll go to work at Stewart-Haas Racing and get ready for Talladega in the playoffs. But I'm looking forward to these next few tracks with everybody here on the 98 team, and hopefully we can go close that points gap.
After a chaotic night, winds up being a 4th for Riley Herbst.
Big night for Riley. Let's take a look at the playoff standings. These are unofficial as they're still looking at the finishing order of everyone, but as we look at it, Parker Kligerman has a good night now, 44 points above Sammy Smith. Ryan Sieg also increasing that lead over the cut line, 15 points separating them. We saw a lot of chaos. We heard the drivers talk about the chaos. What about the chaos that we have seen here before with the Cup Series?
41 took a hell of a tumble.
As soon as all right. Hope you had a great night tonight. I appreciate every single one of y'all that hung out with us today for the WAWA 250. What an exciting race. I just love Daytona. God, I love Daytona. It's my most favorite track of all time. And watching the drafting and the shifting and this, you never know. It can go wild in a heartbeat. So I hope everybody had a good night tonight. We had a good time. We're almost at 1K. If we get there, we get there. We appreciate you guys helping. If you haven't hit the like button for us, help the stream out and get us to 1K likes. We would love to get that. And we got to see what we can do tomorrow. 20,459 on the subs. And who knows? I've seen it happen before. We might hit 21K tomorrow night. But until then, that's been fun. So the new stream will be up for the Coke Zero Sugar 400 tonight. So look for that. Have an awesome night. Thanks again. You're welcome, Kenneth Fox. You're welcome so much. I'm so glad that one of our people that have watched us for a while actually won. So that's cool.
Ty Gibbs, 39 to the good. Busher, 16. Chastain, only 1. Bubba Wallace, -1.
We're talking about that. But yeah, it should be an interesting look at the standings. We'll talk about this race next week in our preview vlog. If you haven't checked out our preview vlog, make sure you do that as well. Go over there and watch that. Give it a like. Give it a comment as well. That helps the algorithm as well. So it's all paint schemes for each series and some news, breaking news about the Denny thing and recap of Michigan and my picks. As I had Riley Herbst winning, but Herbst finishes 4th. So, hey, that's pretty good, I think. But Bass Pasta, man, he was right there for the picking, and it just got a little swirly there. So that's how it goes. But Ryan, congrats to Ryan Truex for the big win. That 20 car, should have known better. That 20 car is so strong, y'all. That 20 car is so cool. So hope everybody's had a great night, and I did too. I want to thank, let's go to the main thing here. Yeah, here we go. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for doing all the lovely things that she does, and she's down there cooking some meals. I think I can smell it. So I'm going to go eat. Hopefully, we'll see. But no matter what she does, I appreciate you, baby. I love you. I want to thank my mods for hanging out all the time, keeping the track. Butterfly, Rick tonight. You guys are all, Jake as well. Everybody, awesome, awesome, awesome. Good job. And everybody, the Tritons out there tonight too as well, watching Ninja. And we got guys that are always watching, no matter what. Oh, am I muted? Seriously? Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Okay. I was like, what? I'm not muted. Make sure you're checking it out, Bronny, because I'm not muted. Okay. I was like, I did all that talking and no one told me. But I want to thank my mods. I want to thank my members for giving their hard-earned money back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for watching. Like I always say, if there wasn't y'all, there would be no CeeLo. And that's the truth. So thank you guys. 4 more likes. Can we do it? Can we get to 1K? We're getting subscribers too. Can we get to 1K? Silly me. I had your thing muted again. Almost to 1K. See if we can do it. So, try to see if I can send some y'all to somewhere. Who is on here somewhere? Oh, let's see. Let's see. Let's see if Rising Rhino's got. We'll send 900 and some folks to Rising Rhino. Hold on 1 second. The Hamilton Tire Cats. Okay. One more. One more. Get us there, y'all. Customization. Let's see if this works. Hamilton. Hamilton. There it is. Aha. All right. Here we go. All right, y'all gonna. I'm gonna send y'all to Rising Rhino. Give him some views. He's a small channel. We did it. Yay! 1K. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for getting us to 1K. Keep hitting that like, but we're good to go. So thank you guys so much for getting us there. Y'all are going to go to see Rising Rhino. I'm going to send everybody over there to Canada. So enjoy your portal. So thank you guys. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow for some NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series practice and qualifying. And then also the Coke Zero Sugar 400. Big weekend here on the Go at CeeLo. We're trying to get to that 21K. Thanks, guys. Good night. Did the Braves win too? That's awesome. The Braves won too. So we all win. Good night, y'all. Peace. Love you. Happy Saturday night. Happy TGIF, actually. Be safe out there if you decide to go party. Peace.